Welcome back, everybody! Back to bouncing into the round of the Borderlands. Last time, our group of ragged... I don't even know what to call you guys, it's not an insult here. A bunch of randos showed up, made it finally to the town of Keepsake, riding in on the bus, having some talks on the way in of interpersonal issues, and trying to settle out what exactly you guys were doing here in the first place. Making it to the town of Keepsake, you guys arrive very quickly into a square. After a light debate of whether or not to steal the bus, the group decided to slowly trickle into the bar, getting themselves some food, some drink, and try to find the contact they were looking for, Bo Hancock. Very quickly, you guys found yourselves in his presence after a short wait. Everybody sorted their business with him a couple at a time before he decided to give you all a shot at something. That much of an explanation as to why he had the group gathered up and made an offer of some lodging in return for dealing with a bandit problem nearby. After a short bit of stocking up on some ammo from the local general store, you all decided to head out and walk, having a fairly uneventful walk, arriving and dealing with the bandit Pecksteak, who tried to cleave a couple people, setting up a fairly good ambush. It went mostly in your favor, though Bertram had some bad luck with some psychos and laying down on the ground. But not long after, you guys proceeded to clean up and deal with the bandit camp and head back to town. Once you guys got all back and started talking to him, you all left off with the question of, what do you know about vault hunters? And we'll pick up right there real quick but you all look a bit tired tonight, so why don't I have Mr. Ghost show you where you're staying? Let you get some rest in and we can continue the talk in the morning.
Thumbs up.
Miss Ness, I'll show you the room you've got.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sorry, I thought I heard Dylan say something too.
That's delightful.
Alright. He looks over and just raises his voice a bit and says, Mr. Ghost. He goes, yes. Yes, sir. He goes, good. You show them to the building they have off out there I set aside. No, says, I can do that, sir. Fizz puts down the cloth, sets the glasses back underneath, straightens up his vest a little bit, and turns to the rest of the group and says, well, if you'd like to follow me, I will take you on over there.
Follow the leader.
Follow the leader.
Have a good night,
he'll lead.
Good night. Good.
Good night, strange lady.
Sorry, don't want to interrupt anybody else. No response. He leads you guys out in a bit towards the outer bits of town. You don't go all the way to the outside. You're kind of in the mid-league range between the square and the walls. He just shows you a one-story building with a couple of rooms in it. Nothing overly fancy. But it might be a little bit tighter than what everybody wants, but for the moment, hey, it's shelter, it's a roof, and it's inside of a town with walls.
Really buffed that up. Damn.
Do what?
It might pick me up. Nothing, don't worry about it.
Okay. As I said, it's not a huge building. It's a smaller one-story one. Wooding sidings, has some of just that sheet metal on top as a roof. But overall, it'll do for a place to stay, I think. But back in...
wall and a lock on the doors type thing.
There is a lock on the doors.
There is a lock, okay.
Yes, there is. It's just a normal deadbolt one here.
On the outside or on the inside?
inside.
Just making sure. I'm sorry.
That's fair. No, I'm gonna lock you guys into your house and burn it to the ground. That seems to be my plan.
Adorable that you think that's gonna work.
Obviously, absolutely, right?
Oh yeah.
But back at the tavern, or
Just broke a rubber band and it popped me in the eye. Ah!
That's what you get.
don't do that. That's not great. Farwin's just over there having the worst luck. Like, is this bed good? Stretchy, spring. He gets punched with a spring.
Oh, fucking shit.
But back at the bar, we have Nessa, and you see as Mr. Hancock gets up, stretches like the shoulders back a little bit. You hear the back pop some, and he looks down and says, "Well, would you like to follow Miss Nessa? I'll show you where you'll be staying."
He's gonna follow him.
And he leads you up the staircase and down past the door you guys all saw him coming out of earlier. And he leads you down and around the back, like around the corner of a hallway a bit, and pops open a door. Try not to mess it all up, but for now, this will be your room.
Thank you.
Keep the papers where the papers are. Please put them back where they were. Try not to smash any of the projects set up in there.
Yes, sir.
That would be great. But with that, have a good night. And he'll wander off. And heading in, you see what seems like a fairly decent bed in there. Nothing extravagant, like a bit better than like a 4-poster one. A number of like desks and counters on the wall. There's like 3 different desks with papers strewn across them. You see some maps put up with like pins on them. You see on one of them just like the topographic map of an area that it's just a note is pinned to it, but the note is in a weird set of letters and writing that you don't understand. There's books stacked up high in one of the corners. And it looks like a bunch of busted random gear on the last final bench. Nice window that views out over the square, and you can see the clock tower. But that is everyone's place for the night. Everyone gets to go to sleep, have a nice rest, and nothing interrupts you. It's the morning. I'll stretch, get up. Some of you had better sleeps than others. Some of you had better sleeping conditions than others. But the day is yours.
This is the part where we sit at each other and stare awkwardly.
I was going to say, if anyone would like to say or do anything, this would be the time.
There he's just sitting cross-legged with a giant grin, happy grin on his face, looking at everyone.
I'd say, Bertram, you wake up and your back is stiff, and when you stretch, you can still feel it like pulling, because scabs and stuff are probably still there.
Should have made food earlier.
People are weird. I don't like that. So I'm gonna go check on Nessa.
Okay. You're very quickly out and about, first one through the door.
Ray waves goodbye.
Do we have a ceiling fan?
If you look in the living room, there's one lazy, very kind of like half-hearted spinning one.
Only has one blade.
It has 3, but it should have 4.
Oh, so it's also wobbling at night. Yeah, I'm gonna rip that thing off the ceiling.
It's a little going for you.
Get some white
Rip
noise.
that out of the fucking ceiling. Fuck that shit.
Are you literally?
Just gonna
No.
kick back and have
Okay.
one of his shitty beers.
That's fair. It's probably a good idea. You're really feeling yesterday's choices. Well, if nobody else has something here, we'll skedaddle over to the bar where you are probably fairly quickly entering. Crystal, I do have to ask, how early would Crystal have woken up and how early would Nessa be up?
Nessa did not sleep well.
That doesn't indicate a time per se, though.
I'm meaning that she probably woke up pretty early.
Okay.
It's a weird place.
So about 3 afters after
Ish.
Crystal wakes up.
So I'll say you're getting up at similar times then, which means Nessa, depending on how quickly you go down there, you'll see Crystal when she enters. I'd say you might be getting up and getting ready, and Crystal comes in, and Nessa, you aren't down there yet. You're still like getting ready for the day, maybe.
Nessa is oiling text.
You just have a cloth out, slowly working on it, and then you get one of the little cans out and just putting it in the joints.
Oh, ting, 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 ting.
But you would come in, Crystal, and there's not very many people in here at the moment, but sure as shit from the night before, there's Mr. Ghost. He's standing right behind the counter.
I suppose I'll give him a nod as I walk by. I don't really
Miss
have anything to say, no.
Just gives you the nod, Miss Crystal. I'm afraid that Mr. Hancock ain't up yet. Or if he is, he hasn't come down yet, but he will be fairly soon normally.
That's fine. I don't particularly need to talk to. Actually, I do need to talk to him, don't I? Yes.
I would imagine all of you needed to. Unless, of course, your business was resolved. I'm not privy to it yet.
He needs to talk to all of us. I assumed he would just wait till everyone's awake. And I'm pretty sure most people are asleep right now. Probably.
Would you like some breakfast while you wait then?
What do you have?
Skag on a stick.
We have food that I'll give you the fair warning, since you're new to town and seem fairly new to the planet. It's best not to ask what the food is. I can promise it's not anything that's log pork or anything like that, though.
Noted. Then I'll just go with your recommendation.
Good choice. You'll put it down. You'll go back, get your order. I'd say while he's in the back and you're waiting for your order, Nessa, if you think you're up and ready to come down, he'd probably be about done with Tex.
She's gonna come down.
Okay. Like I said, while you're waiting on your food, here comes Nessa. Walking down from up top.
Morning, Nessa. How'd you sleep?
Not very well.
Unfamiliar environment? Nerves? Or did you stay up all night working on a project?
I tried to sleep because I was tired, but my brain kept working.
Fair enough. That's understandable. Hmm.
Do you know
You
if
want
they
some
sell
breakfast?
coffee? Do you know if they sell coffee?
I don't. Off the top of my head.
I'm just gonna say you have a passive of 18 or something. There's coffee on the back bar right now. Behind the
Oh, yeah.
bar, like on the back setup there. It's there. Might want to wait for Ghost, though.
That at least looks like coffee. He'll still be back eventually. What is a long pork? What does that mean?
What?
That means people.
Just look over and Jethro's right there.
Oh my god.
I got tired of staring at the ceiling fan.
You scared me.
But he just
Don't be sneaking up on people like that.
Yeah, sorry. Still tired.
Oh, I guess we should make our presences known then.
Entire
Just
party
people
is
lurking.
just standing there. Entire party
They
is
just
just
lurked up
standing
behind
there
us, huh?
behind. Yep.
Bertram hasn't been paying. He
Everyone.
looks around. Nobody else is here anymore.
He had,
Distress. Oh, good.
they had
Alright,
they
that's
had
fine.
one
You all
shitty beer.
dodged,
They had one shitty beer and everyone just disappeared. How long has it
and then
been?
they all
He doesn't-
dodged the creaky floorboard right in front of the door that everybody hits.
And they'll echo me if they need me. I'm just gonna sit here and listen to a podcast.
Yeah, there's the Echo Net. You got plenty of things you can listen to.
I know.
Similar to
Just-
Jethro, I had to leave before I ripped the ceiling fan out of the ceiling.
Out of curiosity, is it Rowan or Quinn right now?
Typically is Rowan.
Okay.
Damage forces Quinn to come out. Rage also kind of forces Quinn to come out sometimes.
But resting is Rowan.
But
Usually.
resting is Rowan usually.
Okay, just checking. Ghost comes back out with a plate of some form of bacon and some eggs. With what looks like a little bit of a hash on the side. And sits it down in front of Crystal. There you go.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
$8.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'll just hand it over to him real quick. $8. That means I have to remove 8 from this. What's that number? -8. Makes
Sir.
me
Stubbs looks
mad.
around at everybody just suddenly in his bar.
Sir.
Breakfast for everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do you have biscuits and gravy?
Leans back and looks towards like the back kitchen door for a minute. Maybe. I could try.
Something similar.
We can try.
And a cup of Joe.
Well, that one's easy enough. And he reaches back, grabs a pot, pours some coffee for you. How he's just sitting there, he goes, anybody else while I'm at it?
I might be able to afford a coffee, sure.
Pours you one. Pours Schmeat a glass. To the people getting coffee, minus Nessa, $4 for coffee.
Ah!
Minus Nessa?
Minus Nessa.
You like her better.
Anybody else getting food to mark off for the day?
There he is.
Marking it
You're
off.
getting food, mark $8 off, and he will bring you food. Nessa, you
Yeah.
get some form of biscuits and gravy.
Can't afford food.
Is it edible?
I'll pay for you. Don't worry.
It's edible.
Thank you.
She's gonna
That's only
mix it all
$20.
together.
Mix it all
I
together.
don't have
Yeah.
$20.
Fair.
What?
we all had 200.
No. I spent all my
Everybody's-
money.
Oh, that's right. You spent a lot of money.
He bought ammo.
You know what?
Ammo's expensive.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it has to be. Are you just sitting there like fumbling for money somewhere?
I pulled a $5 bill out and he broke it into a $1 bill. For my coffee.
He has money.
I already have been offered
Yeah.
for somebody to buy me food, which I accepted.
I'm covering.
Ah, there you
I'm
go.
covering
Settle there.
today. Cool.
Well, you all seem to be gathered. Wait, there's one missing, isn't there?
He's drinking in the room.
Well, whenever he shows up, I'll bother Mr. Hancock for you.
Man, I could probably drag him over here.
He may need new sheets. Plus, all wounds might have bled through.
He did kind of get screwed up the other day.
So we could send him by the dog's house.
Which means she's gonna ask for meat.
You just get... basically get a remake of the last night's steak. It's just a slab of meat. He's clocked your number.
He likes the long pork.
Okay, the best way to put it, it's a smaller form of the steak from last night, topped with a little bit of bacon of some kind.
Nice.
I'm really upset.
Why is Longport human meat? Like, where does the name Longport come from?
Somebody named it that a long time ago. Shit's weird, dude.
I have an answer that you don't want if you're eating, so that'll have to wait.
Give him the answer.
People are eating. I have more manners than that.
I don't think we do.
I appreciate
I
it.
do.
I thought it was
Doesn't matter if
Thaddeus
you don't.
asking
I
above
do.
game.
Oh, I thought it was him asking his
both.
crystal.
I was asking
I-
Crystal, a little bit of both.
I couldn't tell.
Now I have to.
Still, it's a dumb name. I'm sorry.
Is Bertram just asking you the question? Are you guys? How long are you guys gonna wait for Bertram?
Give him half an hour.
Hours.
Waiting for
I'm gonna
Bertram?
give him half an hour, which is enough time for me to eat my meal and let it settle a little bit, and then I'm gonna go tell him that we gotta do the thing with Hancock.
Barry's gonna eat his food and then go and meditate on the nature of explosions.
I'm just gonna stick it through a mouth and go knock on his door.
Also trying to spend more money.
I think we have a barracks. I think all of us
it's
kind of
just a
sleep in
more
the same
unused
room.
house. There was a couple rooms in the house. There was like 3 rooms in the house.
Ow.
Was one of them
Had 3 bedrooms, like a main like hub area for you guys to gather in, and a bathroom. So had some of the
no
basics. No kitchen.
Oh. Okay.
As you guys finish eating, he's gonna lay down right before Crystal, and he goes, "It's called long pork because people taste like pork and they got longer limbs." And then lean back.
It tastes like pork.
So I'm told. So I'm told.
Shmi, cooperate.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought.
I'm shaking his head, yeah.
Okay. I'll just accept that. No need to question any further.
You,
Question why you know what
I'm gonna
long-
say this
what-
above game. You literally watched him eat a psycho.
Yeah.
He knows what people
And
taste
off
like.
into the abyss, lest the abyss gaze into thee.
Well, he's gonna grab a plate, Mr. Gross Security, grab a plate from the counter he had brought out just now as he was answering your question, and says, "I'll be back," and heads out the door for a few minutes.
The half an hour mark hit.
Oh no, Bertram, is the half an hour mark hit?
I ain't going over there. Go chill out, listen to shit.
Sounds like the half an hour
Just
mark.
jamming out to some like synth dubstep time.
Oh man, listen to a podcast, sitting there trying to not think about stuff.
What's your podcast? I'm intrigued.
Probably some B&B thing.
That's fair enough.
WZ101 the Skag.
You're just happy that you get enough reception out here to keep it up. You're like halfway through a campaign right now with them, and it would suck to lose it, to fall behind.
How meta is too
But half an
meta.
hour goes around.
It'd be too meta if I
started.
started dropping names and or making references.
I'm gonna go get
But
it.
yep.
Hey, I'm
All
waiting
right.
on you to go talk to Hancock.
Takes out in your butt. What?
We're waiting on you to go talk to Hancock.
Why?
Because he is waiting for everyone.
Well, yeah, but most of that's gonna be on Crystal. I guess I could add an insight or two, maybe, but like, Fucking tell me what the hell we're doing afterward. That shouldn't be
Yeah,
necessary.
The barman isn't gonna go get Hancock until you are there.
Why?
Don't ask me. Just come on.
Fucking. Fuck. Fine. Damn it.
Besides, you need to get up and go see the doc anyway.
I'm fine.
Uh-huh.
As you move and you feel a scab start to stretch and maybe crack.
I'm gonna give him a good slap on his back.
Don't
Oh,
hit
you
him.
would too.
I wouldn't hit him.
He said,
Not
Just
him,
grab
the other
Schmeat. Schmeat winds up and you're like, I know Schmeat. You grab Schmeat and just pick him up.
No, no, no. You fucking corgi, stop it. Oh,
What? You're gonna
God,
get-
Brain, why'd you do that to me?
That felt ominous. I'm gonna keep chugging.
Please do. I don't want to say what I just thought
So-
about.
Human-sized corgi
No.
abomination.
No,
Go with wisdom?
That's not it.
I guess.
A couple minutes after. Okay, a couple minutes after, just he walks out of the bar. Rowan and Schmeat walk out of the bar. Ghost comes back in. You guys have your breakfast. A couple minutes later, you three arrive back. Looks up at all of you. Well, do you need any food before I go get them?
That's to you, Eric.
Shouldn't. I don't know what you're. Until I know if we're supposed to be sent away or not, I cannot properly answer your question.
Alright. Well, I'll go to him. Let me know if you need food too. And you'll head upstairs.
Food is quite good. And how did
It's
you
not
sleep?
bad.
Traditionally, yeah.
Acceptable.
This food is rustic.
I'm a literal monk. I'm pretty sure most
I
things
was
are
getting
better.
ready to say, for everyone's standards here, Nessa, it was kind of It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great.
Literal
Crystal,
monk.
it was kind of okay. Same with Rowan. Schmeat, it was me. You're good.
yeah.
Barry, it was better than half the things you have, so it's great. And Jethro, it's about par for course for your normal meals.
Literal monk. Most things are better.
Like
It's
I
not
said, that's
some-
why I said it's rustic.
It's not something killed and grilled on the side of the road.
Hey, that
Exactly.
can taste pretty damn good.
Exactly.
Don't diss it. They tried it.
And
I'm
then a few
admittedly-
moments later, oh, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Go ahead.
Let's say a few moments later, coming back down the stairs is Ghost, followed by slightly more disheveled Mr. Hancock. Though the night before, he doesn't have his vest or his tie on. It's just kind of the button up, kind of like haphazardly thrown on.
And he waves hello.
You see like the glasses around his neck, and like just always like the night before, there's that holster for the pistol. But otherwise, he's just a bit more disheveled than he was the night before. And keep in mind, because you guys all said you woke up early, this is still only like 7 a.m., 8 a.m. in the morning.
Something
I should
happened.
have
or
been
just
doing
not
chores
realized.
hours ago.
You guys both talked at the same time. I heard the chores comment.
Something
Wait.
happened, or just not an early riser.
Just looks around, here's the chores comment. You get a kind of like, look from him at you before it's quickly schooled back up, and he just looks over at you guys and says, I had a bit of a late night working on things, yeah. Mr. Ghost, could you give me a coffee? 4. Gets it, hands over. Just gonna give a hand gesture, just come join me at the table.
Go sit down.
Because the general riffraff will be coming in soon. Goes over to his table, he gets his coffee. Sips on it for like what looked like just 2 or 3 minutes, just sip. 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 Sets it down. Alright. let's pick up where we were last night. I assume some of you had questions.
Not at all. Unless you had another job for us to do.
I don't have any questions, but you left it off on a question.
That's fair. That's
the only
fair.
thing I'm thinking right now.
Would you guys like to answer that then? What do you know about Vault Hunters?
I don't know,
Nothing
Mac,
at
what do I know
all.
about?
They
You guys are
usually
free to roll
dial.
history checks.
They usually die
Well, they
on
haven't
Pandora.
That's fair. That's a fair assessment. They usually they kind of died out for a while there. Nobody was hunting vaults. The vaults had been found in a way. So they kind of died off there, but if you guys would like to roll history checks, you can see how much you might know on them.
It tastes funny.
Apparently,
That would be hilarious.
the dice
yeah.
wants me to know a
You
lot, because I roll a natural 20.
I know exactly
Okay.
average.
Did you roll a 10?
That's why.
Yes.
I'm
10.
24.
Exactly, just below
24.
average.
I know exactly nothing.
Nessa?
Hold on.
Oh, my natural 20 is 20, by the way.
Oh yeah, I
Dang.
remember.
I'll make it nice.
I got a dirty
I'll spin this
20.
one.
Okay, so, to everybody at the 10 or below, Barry, you don't know, you don't care.
Yeah, nah,
You're busy with
17.
food still.
I
You're
don't
kind of
know.
munching down a little bit still. To the guys at 10s, you guys have heard of Vault Hunters as an existence before, but they kind of fell into the, like, you know how we fell into, like, old Wild West cowboys fell into, like, a story kind of figure instead of a real life thing for most people?
Uh-huh.
It just kind of faded into like nostalgia and history and stories. Nothing that was actually prevalent. Nothing that actually came up much. For the guys that got 20 and above, you effectively know from what we would know a little bit on the games of Vault Hunters usually showed up, and a lot of them just, like Jethro said, died on Pandora, but a couple handfuls of groups of them just came in and literally walked out legends from everything. They would go all over the place. They were galaxy-wide known figures. It was kind of like a 50-50 coin toss half the time. And I would say Nessa in particular might have a bit more disbelief on the matter, having just read books on them. But Rohan and Jethro have been around the world enough to know a bit more.
I mean, from everything I've seen and heard, some of them came to Pandora or wherever else and found vaults and became legends, but other than that...
That's not an inaccurate summation of what a couple of them did.
Most died, as Jethro said. Most
A
just
lot of them
died.
died. A lot of them died. Well, to catch the others up a bit more, it's kind of fallen out of form for a long time. It used to be quite the pastime for people to seek their riches, fortune, go treasure hunting and vault hunting. However, like we said, it fell out of favor. Nothing left to find her, so they thought. People kept running up out of clues, people kept turning up dead. You know, only so many people die before people give up on an idea.
Sometimes.
And depending on how big the stories are of the payout is depending on how long those stupid people go to die.
Gives like a gesture of like the hand out, like, yep. Now a couple of you may have fed it into it, but I make it a point as my job to watch people and get useful people for my town. I'm not recruiting you for my town. You look at the rest of you, I think Pandora needs a few more nowadays. And I think I have enough of interesting sets of people to set on the right way.
So you want to recruit us as vault hunters?
put you on the path of them. The galaxy's been getting quiet and the tension's been building, and I think we're about at a bursting point. What do you say you kick off the keg before someone else does?
We got any corporations to look out for at the moment?
Every corporation wants a vault. Every one of them wants a vault.
Sounds right.
It sounds like it'd be the most majestic explosion of all. Barry just looks off in the distance with the safari.
My friend, they have a glorious term for some of them, I believe was pegged as loot explosion.
Just kind of giggles and
that is, I can't say.
Just to clarify, Barry, there, you're talking about whatever comes out of the vault, not, you know, the big-ass space laser that goes, oh, those idiots found some...
Either.
Ah,
Gigantic grin on his face from ear to ear. It shall be glorious either way.
well, over quick, at least.
Not the worst way to die.
Well, that is one of the benefits of explosions. It does tend to end quickly.
Except for landmines.
You
Well, at which point you aren't dead yet, and thus your story can continue. Hopefully.
I was about to say, your and I
Hopefully.
experience with explosives is different. My experience with
Slowly-
explosives is blows someone's body in half, and they just sit there dying for the next 6 days.
Barry's head slowly turns to Rowan. Explosions are the best.
At the Torg
All that
factory,
aside.
sometimes someone. At the Torg factory, sometimes someone will get blown up and they get stuck in the ceiling rafters. You have to go poke them with a stick to get them down. Yeah, he's right. Sometimes I scream for days.
Yeah. But anyway,
Gone
you
very off
were
topic.
saying, Miss Crystal.
Set that aside, why? Like, what do you get out of this? Why are you trying to recruit a new set of Vault Hunters all of a sudden?
We're probably not the first, and he probably wants a cut.
I have no interest
But
in
then
a
would
cut
be
of it.
why not? If it works, it works. If it doesn't, what's he lost?
That's the thing.
No,
What is
am
he
I wrong?
doing?
Like I said, I think the tension's built for too long, and this galaxy sits on a powder keg. If you haven't noticed, we don't sit quiet well. And when we do sit quiet, things tend to up the ante.
Yeah.
Setting it off in my time, with my knowledge of it, much better than it going unheard, and then, surprise, I have a great time.
Insight?
Make an insight check.
It's 25.
25. Damn. Let's see how good his poker face is.
Better use that skill often.
He's got a hell of a poker face. He's got a hell of a poker face. I'll say what you get is this.
Better
He's
hope that
not
doesn't
lying
happen
to you.
often.
He's not lying to you in this aspect of he really does want to kick it off in his time. The whole powder keg thing is true. It's not fully true. It's not like the whole thing, but it's definitely a part of it.
Ulterior motives.
25's really good. He does seem like you do catch it, like you get the hints of like how he's talking to us. You think he might have a personal gain with the vaults continuing.
Continuing? As in continuing to be opened? As in keep finding new
no.
more new vaults? Or the
Like
fight
with you
for the
guys
vault?
opening the vault. Or are you guys at least pursuing the vault?
Okay.
Besides, it's not every day I have such a eccentric group stroll into my bar randomly after making a little bit of a splash of an entryway.
It It's okay.
Ever
We can
so
call it as
high
it is.
interest.
Insect maniacs.
Never so high interest. So, caller me interested. I want to see how this goes. So what do you say?
Yeah.
Do you want to hunt a vault?
As long as you keep your deal, I'll keep mine. Sure, that sounds glorious.
I'll let you know when I find something up on him. It's only been a night, unfortunately.
Thumbs up. Take your time. We'll find it.
Don't
Eventually.
you also have another thing to find? Like, you know, that person that stole your shit?
That's who we were talking of.
Yeah, that's what he's referring to, I think.
I was talking about the vote, sorry.
Yep, that's fair.
As long as she keeps on looking for information, I'll do this vault hunting stuff.
But if I know
This sounds
Pandora
fun.
like anything, you might find it before I do.
Drugs. Hey, you looked. Besides, this sounds like fun.
You'll find your bangs and booms out there. Now,
What do you think, Schmeat? Likelihood of us dying before we even see this vault door is about 99%. Can't be worse than the pits, huh? Medina?
Nah.
Oh no, he died.
Medina has died. Schmeat's passed out over his meat. He's just like choking on a piece of it right now.
Hello,
Oh,
there
there
you
he
are.
is. Just toss it out.
I was thinking, yeah, might as well. More things to eat.
Yeah, there will be plenty of food. I think that's the wrong. For you, it's the right phrase. Never mind.
It's just gonna like stop. He's gonna stop like mid-sip. Like look between the two of you. Sets the cup down. All right, this should go out without saying in most places, but if you eat any of my people, this is gonna be a problem.
He only eats people that fight him. So they don't fight him, and they'll be fine.
If you eat them over a bar brawl, this is still gonna be a problem.
Oh no, that's where I come in.
It's a bar brawl. And then Max just leans back to his seat.
It's not the first one I've ended.
Mostly one piece will be good. Besides, if they try to pick a fist fight with you two with a couple of big bastards like you guys, they've earned the beating.
If you're slapping the
Typically they're either
Or sla-
drunk or stupid, or both. So,
if we're slapping the label of Vault Hunter on, you can expect more stupid.
no.
You won't survive without it. Sounding like we got some agreements here.
What's that
But-
supposed to mean? You won't survive without it.
Oh, kid, you welcome to Pandora.
That could mean so many different things.
Land of the insane and stupid.
This is one of the places where most psychos end up, correct?
Pretty sure it's the place that makes most psychos.
Oh, so yeah.
Also, Medina, your
Well-
microphone is like in your mouth or something.
I have a theory on that. I
Bump.
don't think it's his microphone. I think it's the port on his phone that he's
And that
connected his
sounds
microphone
like a
to.
bump.
He's getting into
But-
character as meat and he's just chewing on it.
Crunch.
I'm sorry about
Miss
that.
Nessa, you have been quiet.
Had
I
it.
would like to. Would you agree to this? I'm curious. I think it'd do good.
She's muted.
And for once, that means that Matt can't hear her either.
You're right, I know.
We now might be privy to those secret conversations they keep having.
No, I can just get up and walk right there. I can
No.
still have my secret conversations. Yeah.
That's what the other chat's for.
Exactly. I might have to abuse that this game.
Maybe.
I can always drive half an hour away.
Ring.
I didn't hear what you said.
He turned, Mr. Hancock and turned to you and went, so what do you think of the whole ordeal, Miss Nessa?
Well, personally, I don't have any strong opinions.
And if I made the recommendation that you follow along, go with.
Well, I'm not gonna really. If these people are going, then I'm not gonna be by myself. So I have no choice but to tag along.
I think you've gotten the lay of it pretty well there.
Well then, what do we say I get you on your way to your first tip off? Now every vault has a key. Big surprise, everybody here knows how a vault works, I think. Now unfortunately, unlike a lot of our more modern vaults, a lot of these ones are going to need a key, like an actual physical copy of a key. And there ain't no duplicates. They're really old, damaged, and busted sometimes, so you're going to be looking for pieces to start with. I can't say I have them all, but I can get you pointed in a direction that I have one of them. Coming up here soon in about a week, at the most. Little under. There's going to be a gathering of folks for the Demo Derbala, and...
Demo Derbala for Pala?
Demo Derbala.
Okay.
Don't ask me. The naming is not up to my choice, trust me. But as victory for this thing, this mashup of vehicles, we're offering up one fragment of a key. Nobody being used for what it's actually used for, probably, but it'll get you started in the right way. Some crazy son of a bitch named Crashhead decides to start this thing up, fires it up once a year, and gets a prize for people. Or, well, once a year is not too much. Fires it up every so often and gets a prize for some people. This one happens to be more interesting. And I think you guys would like to get it. However, unless I'm wrong, you have one problem you would have to solve for that.
Lack of a vehicle?
Lack of a vehicle.
Shall we go rob some bandits or something? Or shall we find one of these other competitors, kill them, and take their vehicle?
Find a scrap or steal from someone else. We got a hell of a mechanic in town that if you sweet talk him, he might help you out with fixing something up, but you're gonna have to bring something to him in that case.
Torch. You could go do some old-fashioned murder and mayhem, and take ourselves one, or we could find some scrap ones.
A better
But I ain't the person to talk to about cars and vehicles. That is out of my area of my knowledge too much. You want to find out where to find anything? Go talk to Ollie over in the mechanic's garage. He could help you out.
Yes, sir, boss, sir.
Oh,
There we go.
and Crystal.
Huh?
As everybody else is like, if everybody else is getting to leave, he is going to stop Crystal real quick. He's going to wait for other people to start leaving and heading out.
Barry goes off in search of the mechanic guy.
Yeah.
So yeah. As everybody else is getting up to leave, you see how he respects the item press. He just reaches in to the pocket down on his Jeep, pocket, reaches out, fiddles in one of his pockets, pulls out a stack of cash, and sets it right there for you. As promised.
Thank you very much. Yes,
Because everybody else is, and he's gonna stop and as just you keep an eye on her, and you might get more in the future.
Noted.
And you only got a little bit longer before the real ones start coming after you. You got a high price for a high priced ability. Keep watching.
Anything you can tell me about this Ollie character?
He's gruff, he's rough, and he's an asshole. But he's good at what he does, and you might be able to sweet talk him.
Love him already. It's great.
If you end up getting kicked out and having problems, go talk to Ghost. He's got away.
Got it.
I don't bug Ollie. Ollie don't bug me. We have a good mutual work relationship from it.
I'll go see if I can get some things done. You never know. You have a good day.
Yep. Good luck, Vault Hunters.
That name's gonna take a while to get used to.
That name's gonna suck.
And he
That name
just
doesn't
looks down as
describe
goes. Yep. As you guys leave, he goes, sets out his food. You just see him. He goes, "Oh, here we go," and sit down to eat as you guys head out into town, head out into the square. Like I said, the Mechanics Grog is just a little bit on the diagonally across from this area towards the other side of the square.
Matt.
Huh.
What's the amount?
Oh, 2,500.
Okay.
You got some big bucks earned.
If gas is $70 a gallon.
Listen, you're on Pandora. Gas ain't cheap. What do you think?
Thaddeus,
Power in this place?
Thaddeus will just be the party sugar mama.
Apparently.
I feel like this is half my originally designated amount. But this is fine. This is fine.
Or with your sirens, psychic powers, mind powers.
Where's everyone at?
Sing it.
Everyone's probably going to
Following you.
Going to
None of
Ollie.
them as they went outside. They might have waited outside for you once they realized you stopped.
I didn't stop. I went to Ollie's.
So we have that wonderful scene of everybody outside on the porch, minus Barry, waiting as Crystal just exits out. And then the slow shuffle falling behind.
Keep going.
And then there's Barry over halfway across the square. Barry, you get there
yeah.
first. As you arrive there, like I said before, it was a low-set mechanics garage. The building isn't very high. In fact, it's shorter than a lot of them. It has just a more flat-off roof. It's fairly wide. It has like a double bay entry. There's like a little awning that also stretches out past it that has another garage door on it as maybe like an extension. Just a little bit past and behind that was where the building connects off towards the gas pumps that you guys were seeing. Inside right now, you see two vehicles, one of them up and definitely in pieces, and one of them mostly put together. There's music playing over the echo net on the background. A little bit more of a rock right now, like a classical rock at the moment. And you hear stuff clanging a little bit, but you don't see anybody right off yet.
Hello? Is
Hello,
anyone
Mr.
here?
Ollie.
At his, because yours is still kind of there normal, music's too loud, but as you hear his, you just hear twink, twink. Fuck.
Wasn't there yet.
Mr. Ollie.
You guys just watch as underneath the one that's actually mostly put together, a guy starts to slide out what at first looks like on a creeper. And then he just keeps sliding out, and you see him crawl all the way out, and then it starts to fold up a bit, and you realize as it starts to form up and like shape into a chair setup, and you realize it's a kind of wheelchair as this guy who's sitting there in front of you, and what looks like literally like this is like the most standard like random mechanics one that even has the name scrawled on there, although it's not Ollie's. It just looks like it's been ripped off. You can see where it should have been. Greasy stains all over, some jeans that are torn up and messed up. Like a 5 o'clock shadow that's 5 days past, so it's almost a beard, but it's just too short of it. Bald, not bald head, what is it called? It's there on the top, it's just really short and it goes back a bit, and then the sides of it cut down even shorter. Couple like scars and stuff on the hands. You can see it from like a fairly like more muscular arms, like from the set of it, probably from working. And it just flashes in, and you see for the title card, it just flashes out to him sitting up as he like starts to hunch forward in it as he's taking a look at you, and it's just wheeling and dealing. It's the rest all over all of you, so it flips back out.
Shouldn't it just be Barry there?
Barry's not far ahead of you guys. It's just the square. So here's Barry, who walked in and yelled. Crystal came in right after with hello. And you guys were right behind Crystal, so everybody's pretty well there, and just looks up.
Hello, Mr. Ollie.
Fuck, do we have so many people in my shop?
Sent by Mr. Hancock.
Alright, what are you doing? Sending a whole nother fucking group to deal and bug me today? I have work.
What's all in the shop?
Is that you asking as like him, or just asking you what you see?
That's me asking you what I see.
Okay, like I said, what you see is you see one to the side, what looks like a window is the light runners. You see them in two. It's cranked up off the floor, all the wheels are gone. You see the back cranked open and popped out, the engine's out. And this one seems to be more like a cleaned up technical, almost like a proper truck that he's working on. Around the walls, you just see like a large wraparound bench littered with different kinds of tools, half of them rusted out, but they're, you know, still there.
She's gonna go touch them.
Hey, hold the fucking phone. Don't touch my shit.
Puts it back down.
I don't know any of you, and you just come in and start touching my shit. Not a great start. Stops.
Mr. Ollie, we have come
Takes
for
a breath.
information.
Breathes out. Why are you here to bother me on my day of working?
You find
I'm only
information.
hearing you out because you mentioned who sent you, and I have to listen, at least pretend to.
We wanted to see if we can get a vehicle of some sort that we can carry on our way.
Either by stealing or otherwise from random scavs. Just need to be pointed in the right direction.
James said to come talk to you, and you might have an idea for us.
Well, I mean, it sounds like you already have an idea of what you want a vehicle from some scavs. Cool. Like, why do I need to help you with that?
We're new. Don't know where to go.
We don't know how to put one together,
That
which I
too.
believe was said to be your specialty, or something you're used to or good at.
Like, just like pinches the eyebrows and is just like, what?
We'd like to inquire as to the prices of your vehicles and
No.
or the prices. Yes. And or
You can't have my
the location
vehicles.
and or the location of other such vehicles that you might know of, or enough places that might have the parts for said vehicles. Smiles.
Just looks down like, oh my god, why is this happening?
Smiles even wider.
So, you can steal. Oh my god. Just stop. I can't. That's too much this morning already. No. No, you can't be that happy this early in the morning. He's gonna turn to the rest of the group and he's gonna ignore him. What the fuck do you need from him?
We've already explained what we need.
No, you've
We're gonna be entering a suicide death race, apparently, to get a part. So we need a suited up car or vehicle of some kind, which we need to go steal or acquire from somewhere. We were sent to you for that. For the information and then, well, to bring it back.
What parts do we
That at
need to
least
go
we know what
get,
the fuck to
and
deal with.
where do we bring it?
Oh god, this town's a problem. Well, let's see. The best place a lot of times you can find in some of the scrapyards, I guess. The rest yard commons have a lot of random shit laying around. Less likely to get attacked, it's random stuff, would be more work to put together. Not far off there, you have a couple of them driving around. You never know what you'll find. The area is a start. Although if you're feeling real risky, you could always try to get in some of the there's what the fuck's it called? A doll hangar. Not much left there. Security's not great to deal with though. Whatever automated shit's left there kept the bandits out, kept me out. Those are the two big options that come into mind.
So, loot random scrap parts or loot a old abandoned doll, whatever place.
Or grab it off one of the random ass hats that's driving through at the time. You never know what you'll pop out to.
How far away is the doll place?
Doll place is... hold on, I forget this shit. Hold on, fuck, I don't have the memory for this. It's like rolls over to his bench and like one of his benches like pulling out drawers looking for something. Oh, there, pulls it out, looks. I'm assuming since you're asking for a vehicle, you guys are flat-footing this shit. No?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep up with the straight answers, that's the best way to go. Well, you could probably get to the doll place if you want to take the shorter route, about 2 days. Take a little bit longer, probably 3 to 4.
What's the difference between the two?
Whatever you're walking between. A little bit harder terrain, a lot more things want to eat you along the way.
Okay.
What about the scrapyard?
Scrapyard? Probably not much more than a day and a half.
All right.
And random fucker passing by is random fucker passing by I don't care about.
I'll give you the fair fucking around the scrapyards, there's a lot of them. That's where they dump their shit. A lot of them are going around the area, grabbing and scrap. Now, do I have anything else I can oblige you with, or could you kindly get the fuck out of my garage?
You said you dealt with the doll place before. What kind of security? Automated
I
turret?
tried to get in the doll place before, and I got lit up like a fucking firework by the side of the turrets on the outside.
Yep. That's about right. Don't suppose you remember how far away they shot at you from?
Oh, me? They started opening fire when I was good on it. They started acting up when I was a good, 80 feet out? 100 feet out? Something like that.
We might be able to work with that.
Good luck. I ain't sure hell I ain't gonna mess with that anymore. If you get it, bring it back. We can start from there. I'm assuming, of course, none of you can fix a truck. Or a vehicle, or whatever the hell Doll has in that place.
Is
Nessa?
yeah, I was about to say, is Nessa with us? Because if she is, I'm just gonna point at her.
She might be able to.
The little lady was gonna build a whole brand new radiator of some space parts. I'm pretty sure she's got it handled.
Well, I'm a lot better with vehicles than I am with spacecrafts.
Spacecraft is a vehicle.
It's a different kind of.
They're very different.
I know.
Very-
I worked with one.
They're very different. I did
I
not
used to
do
fly
very
them a
well
long
with the
time ago, but that's
radiator.
not the point. Let's get out of this guy's shop before he kicks us out.
Best.
Yeah, no, kindly get the hell out. I don't want to deal with this anymore. Get a vehicle, bring it back, get her fix it. I don't care. Either way, it's not my problem anymore today.
Can I use your
Of course,
tools?
Mr. Ali. Have a
don't get to
wonderfully
touch my tools. I don't know you.
explosive day. Goodbye. Walks out.
She's gonna hop on text and she's gonna write him out.
Batman's
Later.
disposition could be improved greatly
Just
by a few
Serious for a minute.
grenades.
Fuck. I don't care. Don't care. Try and stay out of group. What the fuck are you still doing here?
Well, the little lady asked you a question before she kind of left, but it's fine.
I'm
No,
pretty sure he told me no.
I don't know. I didn't hear. I heard
You did.
explosions.
Yeah, they do
Explosions.
just stand out a little bit.
I started
But
heading
yes,
out when
no,
Nessa
he
left.
answered. There was just people moving slowly, so he answered. Is everybody heading out? Well, you guys now have some options. Where are you going?
All play sounds like more of a pain in the ass, but probably more of a chance of getting something very good. Scrapyard sounds like we're gonna have to hobcobble something together after we steal something from the scabs. So
I say doll. I vote doll.
Hear me out. We go by the scrapyard, loot and steal shit. Then we go by the doll place since we should actually have a vehicle. Save us some time. And if we might find something better. If not, we got another shitbox to fall back on.
that may blow up while we're trying to get to the doll place.
Yes.
Well, it most
Send me
may
up
also
some
blow up
options.
on the way back.
Sounds to me like the easier option is going to be the scrapyard, so if we fall through with the doll place, we can always just go back to the scrapyard.
Scrapyard
Yes,
we
so-
is closer to us, is what he's saying. So we can head there, get some form of transportation, cut our time getting to the doll place, which is farther away, and then probably get something better, or decide it's a crapshoot and go away with something guaranteed already.
Yeah, so what I said.
Minutes left.
Yeah.
Crystal?
Honestly, I'm inclined to agree. At least saves the day of travel, and if whatever we find at the doll place,
It's not a day of travel, it's half a day of travel, because it's 2 days to get to one place, 1.5 days to get to the other.
Isn't it 3 days to get to the other?
No, it's 2.
3 days to get to the doll place.
Nope.
2 days for the dangerous route, like 3 or 4 for the safer route.
Crystal?
I think so.
Why wouldn't that man let us have a vehicle?
Some people are just assholes, okay?
Like I said, his disposition could
Forward
be
a ton of-
improved greatly with a few grenades.
Everything. I don't think
He
you should
had a lot of
threaten
them in
people
there.
with-
What'd you say,
Right.
Crystal?
So I don't think you should be
He
threatening
had a
people
lot
with
of them in
grenades.
there.
It's not a
Oh,
threat,
it's
it's
a threat.
I'm gonna give him a grenade, and now his disposition is immediately bettered. And I don't think that's how everybody operates. But hey, that's how he thinks it works.
And the vehicle he had were probably just part of his collection. or he's working on them to improve them for some whatever reason.
Hobbies are hobbies. Anyway,
His tools are outdated.
You want to go tell him that?
I would love to watch you go tell him that, but I'm not going to suggest we do that.
You tell him when we were about to leave, because anything.
And you
should
tell him
happen.
after he fixes our car, if we need him to fix the car.
We have Nessa. Nessa's really smart. She can do it herself.
He
But she
said I
doesn't have all
can't
the
use his tools.
So
we
therefore,
can't
it's
use
going to
his-
be more difficult.
So we just need to go steal his tools.
Or just find some. Doll place
Sorry.
will have them more than likely.
Borrow the stuff. Exactly. They might have better stuff.
Yeah, may have updated tools. Anyway, fact remains, I have another concern. Do any of us know how to fucking drive one? Because I don't.
Would Nessa know how to drive?
Well, everyone besides the people who specifically didn't take things to know how to drive know how to drive.
I didn't not take a thing to drive.
I'm really quite good at it. We should be fine, but let's
Good.
get whatever the hell it is we need and head to this scrapyard, I guess. I shouldn't need anything. I'm gonna go grab like a fucking sandwich at the tavern. Come and collect me whenever y'all are ready.
That's out now, but
Pretty sure we did all our shopping yesterday, so you go eat your sandwich. We'll wait for you.
It's also like fucking the morning, so whatever.
This is normal.
Probably be the best time to go. Less people out. Less hazards we deal with. Plus we'll get there early in the morning, since it's a day and a half. No, about afternoon. Since it's a day and a half travel.
Hit mid-afternoon, and there'll probably be a decent amount of scavs in the mid-afternoon, dropping their junk off. We can kill them, take their shit, and then go over to the doll place, since that's the forced alternative now.
Having a sandwich, tell me how much money I gotta spend.
Sandwich is cheaper than their shit. It's like $6.
Cool.
Below your normal standard, but not the worst you've had in the field.
It doesn't taste like skag, which I'm assuming tastes a bit like bile and sadness. With a hint of rage.
Yeah, that seems fair. That might say something about the chef, though. Alright, so you guys are getting ready. What is the finalization of where you want to go? Please just lay it out for me so we can start that way.
Scrapyard first.
Scrapyard
Okay.
first.
Get a vehicle, then go to the doll place.
Watch the vehicle get blown up.
And then maybe get like a power suit or some shit.
It may
It wouldn't
potentially
help
be
us.
worth.
We'd get shot to death instantly. But it would be cool.
We can outrange the turrets. We can just shoot them.
3 of us can outrange the turrets.
Also, doll weapons have a nice aesthetic.
That's fair.
We can take their shit to sell at least.
I actually have a couple gun projects if anybody's able to mess with that.
No.
Yep.
Right, I was supposed to ask Nessa to repair this thing for me.
I can do it.
Just I'll let you do what you want to do. I don't understand what this is. I don't want to be shocked every time I use it.
Happy claps.
You look like you might be excited for another project.
The simple answer is electrical tape.
Simple answer.
Do you have any?
Probably got it at the general shop.
You have some electrical tape in your kit.
Probably have it at some of the at the general shop.
Okay, fair enough.
I would say just take your time, do what you wish to do. I'll be happy with anything. Or you can keep it for yourself.
What is it?
It's fine too.
It's the little cattle
Shock
prod
stick.
thing Shock Stick had.
I didn't hear you.
It's about a
little-
spear-length cattle prod.
Cattle
Shorter.
prod.
I said about.
Could I possibly make it? You know how like police tasers like shoot out and they hook in?
Very different device.
Extremely different device.
Or is it?
No,
That would
no,
be
it's
like
a
a
really different
complete
thing.
remake. That'd
Could it?
basically be making your own, like a new thing instead of fixing this.
He said I could do whatever I wanted.
I did.
I was just letting you know.
I
I'm
think
not
that'd be
stopping
more
you.
efficient.
Above game, fuck you, monk boy, you get a diss.
Yeah,
And then the
pretty
monk
much.
catches it,
Yeah.
and then the monk just catches it and throws it back in Nexus' face.
No, you probably
This is
wanted a
fair.
shock baton, but fuck you.
What?
Giving her free range that you can do what she wishes.
Okay. So we want to turn this cattle prod into some kind of ranged taser, something to consider. However, travel is not the time to do it.
Also, never mind. My brain's overworking.
Fine, fine. Then for now, can I just fix it?
While he's making a sandwich, make a tinker's check to see if you can safely, somewhat, tone down the extra voltages arcing out.
You said a tinker?
Yeah.
That artificer thing.
That thing you start with.
Intelligence plus proficiency.
The thing you use for your robot.
Is that what you had me put under tech?
No, we might not have written it down by accident, but it's literally just intelligence plus proficiency.
Yeah.
Never mind, I have it.
Does she have expertise?
Not yet.
No, not yet. We also forgot to up it. Remember, it's it'll be a higher modifier. We forgot to change it when we upped your intelligence.
I know.
It's 6th level.
It's a
when they
22.
become expertise and everything.
So, I'm gonna be honest. What you have here is not a lot of great to start working with. However, with copious amounts of extra insulator and a little bit of electrical tape that you have, it's probably not gonna shock somebody that's using it.
No. So did I
Yeah,
fix
I
it?
have to test it out.
It's less, yes, it's less sparky. It's less bad touch now for the user.
She's gonna hand it back. It's less sparky now, but I have some ideas.
Yeah,
But-
some idea.
Not for now. I don't have the tools.
I guess we just gotta get you some tools. Get the rest
It's
out.
less shocking
Mhm.
now, though.
That's a plus.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go try it out. I have plenty of opportunity to.
What kind of upgrades would you want to it?
I don't know. I like hitting things though. Hitting things is fun.
Noted.
Right. Mechanically, it's a D4 of piercing and a D8 of electric.
Shock stick. D4 piercing, D8 of electric.
Correct.
Yes.
Is it a versatile weapon? Like a spear?
No.
Simple?
No, it's just a simple weapon that does a D4 of piercing, D8 of electric. If you're asking if it qualifies for a monk weapon, yeah,
Yes.
I'll let it qualify.
Okay. Thank you. There you go.
All right.
Time Diablo 4 is getting released. Damn.
Everybody heading to that's for later stuff. Everybody heading to the rest yard shamans. Or are there any other last minute delays? I never know what pops up in your guys' brains.
I'm good.
Alright, nobody has any of that. As you guys start off for your time of travel, you guys still have some rations left, I believe. Somebody roll a d20 for your first day as you guys set out of town. As you walk up to the edge, it's just like, hey! Opens. 14. Do. Okay.
Excuse me.
As you guys are walking along, the sun starts to raise and the heat gets intense. The temperature starts climbing and climbing. It's just very much prevalent one of those dry days. I would like everybody, as you start marching through all this, to make a Constitution saving throw. As you guys start walking through arid wastelands, everyone.
The number's so high.
You're walking through the arid wastelands of this place. The sun beating down, you're looking down, it's just dust stirring up, hitting your mouth, drying your stuff out, you throw it out.
21.
Scrolling through.
6!
Are these the temperatures I'm used to?
You know what?
11.
That's fair. You have advantage as Jethro
Wait,
because of your conditions.
haven't I been out here for a long while? Wouldn't I be used to this as well?
You still
You've
get
been
hit
living
by
in a
sun.
monastery, though.
Yes, but I've still been ranging about and doing things. Like I just went
Yeah,
out for a
but
little mission
it's
the other
not.
day.
He's getting it because he literally worked in a lava factory. It's still a check for you.
11.
24.
No, what check is it?
Well,
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution.
We're really good at those.
What'd you say for Crystal?
12.
12. Okay.
16.
Okay. I believe that's everybody. Everybody
Medina
except for Birch.
has to roll, I
Medina's,
think.
That's right. That's right. Sorry.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm making some food.
It's okay. What you got?
1 second.
Just as a reminder, it's a con save.
17.
Damn!
15. All right.
Little
Everybody
Miss Nessa and I are doing the best.
Yeah, everybody. Nessa, you've never been out in this kind of weather before, but you're kind of trucking and excited. Like it's new and you're scared, but a little excited maybe. So you're going good. Rowan,
I'm used to welding
Okay.
heat.
there you go.
Rowan,
Jethro,
this is
you're
normal.
fine.
This is normal.
But just everybody's okay. But we just back down to Bertram, and just those wounds on your back are just heating up in this sun, baking it, and it just makes everything amplify and worse. You take 1 level of exhaustion from the marching all day in the heat.
Better at cold climates, apparently.
To be fair, when I say you're marching all day in the heat, it's like 109 out right now.
Is it just Bertram that got double
It's
exhaustion?
just Bertram.
Just making sure.
Probably
All right.
pain or some shit.
Yeah, it was simple stuff at the start. But as you guys go through the day, you start dealing with the heat. It's not really cooling down much as the night starts to fall yet. How you guys handling nightfall?
Who wants to take first watch?
Doing that. If none of y'all
Is that
mind.
good?
It's fine. It's just since we have so many of us, we could double up on one. We could have 2 people on first shift, 2 people on next shift, 2 people on the next shift, or whatever.
I guess I can go as well with them.
Do we have anything to make a fire?
You really want to.
Desert heat is gone. It's nighttime, so maybe. Oh,
It's
it's
cold at night.
It
Yeah,
does
that
get
tracks.
cold at night.
Might attract skags, but better than freezing to death.
says all this stuff, like Bertram, everybody else is chipper and fine, and you're just dead. Like you're just feeling the heat of the day, dead ass tired. You just look over, and there's just a skag who obviously dehydrated as well.
Hey, Schmeek, got some jerky.
We misarranged it.
I think Sweet and I should take like second or last since Crystal and Explosion over there seem to want to go first.
I didn't hear Crystal.
And Barry.
Yeah.
First,
Crystal's
turn
first.
to watch.
I say I didn't hear Crystal at all. To be fair.
You guys
All I
just picking
heard
up a
was
bit on the
man.
side of the road, or trying to find somewhere off the road a little bit.
Off the road a little bit. Just
You don't want to get ran over in the middle of the night.
Just make a survival check. Let's see, just an easier one, not a high one. Just find a place that's a little bit more out of the way.
22.
22, easy enough. You find like a little alcove, small little cave to hide in, away from all this shit.
Yeah.
Don't want to get gunned down in the middle of the night.
With that 22, can I
I have a
like, pick up
question.
just some brambles and shit, like fucking
Yes,
tumbleweeds? Okay.
yes. What's your question?
Can I command Tex to keep watch?
Yeah, Tex can keep watch.
Okay.
Does he not need to recharge at all?
No.
Nice.
He's
I
a very good boy.
believe, as anonymous as the robot that he is, he does not suffer exhaustion from being up all day.
Slap a solar panel on it.
Basically. First watch, whoever's on it, start roll your perception checks. That's a roll 1
Alright.
for Tex.
It's just me and Crystal, right?
Tex, Barry, and Crystal.
Is it like we both roll one, or is it one person gets advantage?
You can
do
both
either,
roll one or
probably.
give someone advantage. Go for
I'll
it.
give him advantage.
Thank you. I had a natural 1. And I turned to a natural 20 for 28.
Oh, good.
Stop
Cool.
that.
Because I can't go and do anything. I don't have anything else.
Tex.
So,
Oh,
Need the
For the
lucky.
vicious sound of all that shit. I'm like, oh
Lucky
no.
me, that's
Oh
great.
no.
Lucky feet is
Before bed, I'll
great.
tell one of them to wake me for second watch.
Okay.
I dropped it. You got 16.
Okay. So the watch starts to shift, and it's just you hear some noises off in the distance. You hear some skags running around. Nothing comes up this way. At one point, you do see a vehicle just past you guys, where you guys are staying on the road. But something for Crystal there, just watching all this and nothing's happening. You just start staring at the moon, Elpis, up in the sky. You see like purple craggy bits running out of the surface somewhat. And it's just a comforting familiarity to it. But your guys' watch goes without anything happening on it really.
Seen this moon before? Like, besides, flying past the planet we came to Pandora.
Are you asking me if you've seen the moon before like that?
Yeah.
Or, you wouldn't have really gone past the moon when you came in.
Been about a day or so. So, interesting. Our watch is over, then.
Yep.
About time to go wake up Rowan and Smeet.
It was Robert's character.
Yeah, it was Jethro. I know that was going second. Robert and Shmi wanted to go. I mean, not Robert and Shmi.
Ah.
Sorry, I messed that up. Rowan and Shmi. They both start with a R. It's thrown me off a little bit. Rowan and Shmi
probably
wanted
gonna
to
be
do
last.
third and final.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can wake up Jethro. Walk up, give
And-
him a little boot. I don't
and
know.
since-
I don't know how you wake
Get
people
up.
up. I don't know how rude you are.
Just don't
Bam.
kick his boot. Hey,
Just
get
went up and
up.
scream psycho.
Time for your watch.
Yep.
And then Jethro can pick his second if he wants one.
I figured whoever was on watch would be picking the second.
I guess Barry can.
I suppose I can.
Or you can, yeah.
I assume Tex are going to be up all night. If you want to, go ahead.
I can
Tex
do
will be
that.
up all day. Tex just kind of like crouched down at the corner of the entrance to the cave and has just been sitting almost motionless, staring out to everything.
He's such a good boy.
But
It might
you
be
guys
turned
have your
off.
watch. You say that and it just slowly turns the head to make eye contact with one of the eyes on its side of its head.
You are not powered off. Okay, and you understand
Before
me.
turning back to look out over to the wastelands.
Pop out a turret.
That only lasts an hour, you know, right?
Program.
Yeah, which is the point of having it up for watch.
And how many times can you pop up
You
the
want to
turret?
know my roles?
Once per long rest.
What's your role?
So Nessa got a 7, and Tex got an 18.
Alright.
What'd Jeffro get?
14.
14. Alright. Damn, okay. So you guys are sitting there, you just hear some noises, a lot of gunfire off in the distance, a lot of random engines, owl like howling from skags. And while you guys are sitting there in the middle of the night, it makes you pest text, you know? I want you guys to roll a d4 for me. Somebody roll a d4.
4.
Alright, let's see. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Well,
you guys
the
have no idea when you
gaps all
hear the
converge on us.
dirt bust, like something busts in the dirt a little bit, and Bertram, you two claws clamping on either arm, and something starts to try and pull you backwards into the dirt.
Why me though?
As for the
You
people
have to-
awake,
You have the smell
I'm
of
so
blood.
sorry. I just went down the list, and that's where the 4 was
Is
at.
it because I have the disadvantage on this athletics check I'm about to make, I'm assuming?
Possibly. I didn't know. It was the dice. I'm sorry. As the people that are awake, because the sleeping people didn't wake up from this, but the people that are awake now have to roll initiative, including Bertram in this case, because he got woken up very rudely now. You do take... seven points of damage as it clamps onto you.
Want to roll initiative first or an athletics check first?
Oh no, it's initiative. It hit you. It has you.
Alright,
You were asleep.
command grabs. Fuck.
Alright, let's roll initiative for the snake. Alright. 25 to 20. 20 to 15.
15.
Didn't think I did this well.
Yeah, you know.
Wait, is this just the people who are awake?
It's
Right now,
everyone.
yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Are you sure you don't want us to go and
Yeah, you
sleeping people
probably
to go as
all
well?
roll because
I'll
Yeah.
ask for it later when it comes up.
You
It
mean
might not come up.
next round?
It might.
Yeah,
I don't know.
sure.
We'll find out. 15 to 10.
At which point I go first.
12.
13.
I go first.
12 is Nessa. All right. Well, definitely starting this off is Jethro, because he beat everybody initiative here. Jethro, you just watched as this purplish tinted crustacean-like creature crawled out, looking kind of like a bit like a lobster, just crawling out of the ground, like little whiskers coming off the front, a little like spewing little bit liquids out of the mouth, and like two large claws just clamped on the either side of Bertram, like on his upper arms, and grabbed on and is about to start trying to go back down. And you see like the segmented pieces like trying to wedge and get itself ready to go back. What are you doing?
This my turret. Shoot.
Bonus action, I'll say this is towards the end of the turret time, but it is still turret time. Bonus action to command your turret. Roll to hit.
At one hits Eric instead. Uh-oh.
It's possible, but it's not 18.
Hits.
Okay, you had a really long delay there.
I had to think about
Sorry,
it.
I was talking if I guess it wasn't coming through. Sorry about that.
No, you were not coming through at all until you just said hits.
Yep, but you hit. That is definitely true.
So that's 14 explosive damage, and also there's no saving throw. They just get forced 5 foot back.
Okay. You just like turn like it immediately just fires and Bertram, an explosion goes off near you, like right next to you, slamming into this creature and forcing it partially out of the ground as you see more of it just trail out as like this longer segmented body continues a bit.
Am I now not
Rad
grappled?
fire.
Oh no, you just went with him.
Oh, yay.
Sometimes it breaks it, sometimes it doesn't.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. In this case, it's a larger creature than Bertram, so it's going to drag him with him, I think.
Another 18.
To hit, that'll hit.
Come to me, my D8s. We burn this thing.
I rolled terrible on initiative.
Schmeat, we might have food for you. That is 15 fire.
15 fire?
God, that's
Yes.
Okay, so 30 fire, because this is
Oh.
health,
5 ones in a row?
and then bam, just burning through this thing is a light up, and it is hurt right now. I will say everybody is waking up, but effectively for this, you guys are in surprise, so we will add you to the initiative next round where you can actually act. Because a cannon going off and a gun going off in the middle of a cave is very jarring.
They destruct a fire round and launch it straight into this thing. Once again,
Yup.
right next to Bertram.
Also, yeah, they're getting real close to you, Bertram.
You act as though
Anything
I'm
else,
supposed
Nisha?
to have some insight on this matter.
It's okay, I was just letting you know. Any other actions on this turn?
Nope.
Okay. Bertram, you are up. You are grappled right now. It is not fun.
You're correct. Well, I mean, of my options, I guess I'm gonna hit it and then hit it.
As you fumble out with your weapons to try to hit this thing behind you, go ahead and roll to hit.
6 both times. No advantage or disadvantage, right?
No, it's just grappled right now, so no disadvantage.
Alright, a 17 and an 18.
Both hit.
Okie dokie. 10. 4. 13
Sauce?
pick damage, and no, my pick better. And then shield is 8 for 7 plus 4 again for 11, so 13 plus 11 equals 24 total damage.
24 total damage, and that's more than enough to finish this thing off. As you just like you start swinging the pick behind you to try to get a hold of something and just latch onto it before like slamming the shield and busting yourself out of it. You just like bust the carapace of the main body open, and it just kind of lets it like as it falls to the side. And everybody else wakes up to just see this large purplish lobster-like worm crustacean on the ground.
I want to do an insight check on what I even know what that is.
Might
That
not
wouldn't
be
be
insight.
insight, that'd be nature.
Nature check then. Okay. Do I know what the hell that is? Just walk up to it.
Make a nature check. Not likely, but possible.
Oh, cool. Y'all got that handled. Wake me up once my watch.
Okay, what is nature? Oh, I got nothing. 16.
Well, 16, with where you were, you've never really dealt with one of these, actually.
Ground's not safe. Noted.
Sleeping on rocks from now on, and next chance I have, I'm finding or fucking making a tent.
Didn't that
Shmeat.
just go right up beneath you? So wouldn't that just go right up through the bottom of the tent?
I think he was including the rocks in the tent part.
Ah.
Go back to bed.
Sir, yes, sir.
Me have at it if somebody wants to see if this is actually something that we could use for rations. Please do. I guess I could. I'm awake now. I'm tired as fuck. I'm not doing this.
I'll poke at it.
Cool. I'm gonna go sleep over there. Finds a rock nearby and just kind of like...
You try to find a spot, you can only find a place like halfway get on a rock, so it's a very uncomfortable situation.
Doesn't matter anymore.
But you can. Make a survival or nature check to see if you think you could probably use it as rations.
It's okay. Those are both the same. I just need 3 more levels, and I can just start adding +5 to practically anything I want.
Me's flash of genius. Me's better.
15.
15. I'm gonna say you'd know maybe, but it's
Puts him in the fire and find out.
50-50. Yeah, it's kind of like a 50-50 shot. It's one of those questions of how good is your stomach.
I guess we have breakfast, maybe. Hey,
But the rest of your oh, sorry.
do we have any wood or anything around?
Yeah, he collected some brambles and briars and little wooden bits.
Okay, we can.
Rowan did when they set up camp.
And made a fire.
I say, yeah, we can cook
Oh
it.
wait, I thought you guys were making a fire.
I thought we weren't making a fire either.
I thought
We're
we
making
were.
a fire. We didn't want
I
to.
thought we were, because desert and freezing temps.
Oh, it's not freezing temps right now.
Oh, okay, then never mind.
Also not desert. A little different.
Arid wasteland.
But all right.
That's for me.
Yeah, you have stuff for if you wanted to start a fire in the morning, you could.
Yeah.
Easily.
Anything for the rest to watch?
Nope, the rest of your guys' watch goes pretty uneventful. I feel like, Nessa, I think it's safe to say you're a little on edge now.
I almost watched a guy get eaten.
You've watched a guy eat several people.
I haven't watched that.
He's actually the one that we gotta wake up in a few minutes.
Nose goes.
I'll just poke him with a stick.
Just grab the cattle prod and bzz.
That's not a good idea.
Just take a twig and poke Schmeat's foot.
Schmeat, thumb, poke your foot.
Something poked your foot and you just woke up to something eating someone else. He's also muted.
As you're in Medina, you okay there?
Or was. Nope, now he's not. There he is. Hello.
Hello.
Is it still fucked up? Hello? Medina? You there?
Hello.
You good? Hello?
Hello. Hey, Schmeat.
For the last couple minutes.
Schmeat, it's time for lunch.
Okay. Like I was saying, when you poked him with a stick, his foot just grabbed the stick.
Huh. Interesting. Huh. He hold a gun with his feet. He can probably shoot guns with his feet.
Fucking death gripped that
Not
goddamn
after school.
stick with his foot.
Breaks the twig. But
I say he can keep that stick.
that's fair. That's probably the safe bet. But as you guys get up and ready for your watch, perception checks for you guys.
Alright.
Smeed, I am not the most perceptive of boys. Are you kind of perceptive? At least better than I am, hopefully. I don't want a number, I just want to know if you're perceptive or not.
Text did not do good.
Ah, fuck, son of a...
Sounds like they didn't either.
Well, I guess I'm rolling, because I didn't get an answer. I also rolled bad. Great.
Excellent. Attack me again. Burn me with the sun. Attack me with a crawdad thing fucking thing.
All right, 3 more crawdads pop out of the ground and drag Bertram down screaming.
Math.
We
They
have a
smell
reenactment
blood.
of the Tribbers movie.
They smell
I don't know
blood.
if it matters, but Text got a natural one.
Text actually does power off here.
Oh,
Gotta recharge a minute.
He enters sleep mode.
he got bored.
You guys put him on silent instead of vibrate. It's an easy
Oh.
mistake.
Yay.
not bad.
Medina says dirty 20.
Yeah, I just
I-
wanted to.
I have an 11. I know it's amazing.
It's great. But thankfully your watch is relatively uneventful. Bertram doesn't get attacked by more crawdads, as he was worried about there.
Instead, 15 racks swoop down.
Is my mic working?
Yeah,
It is
it is
right
now, kinda.
Wow.
And morning comes.
Before Bertram wakes up, did Smeet eat all of the crawdad, or is there still something left?
That's up to Schmeat in this case, I
That's
think.
why I asked.
We were saving that for breakfast.
Is it going through?
Yeah,
Yeah, for the
hello.
moment.
Okay, yeah, so you didn't eat all of it, because that's fairly big. That's a lot of stuff to eat.
Okay.
It's several times bigger than you.
As
Can I
if
try to
that's
make
a
Open his
fact.
chest, though.
Can I try to make a stealth check to not wake up Bertram and put a claw around his leg?
That is a sleight of hand, but you can absolutely try.
It's a 21. Not
I'm pretty
proficient
sure
in
that
one.
means you're passive, Bertram. Yeah, especially when you're
it-
asleep.
Yeah.
You just kindly, like, gently, ever so gently, lift the leg and slide the claw up and just crunch it down just a little bit. So it's holding firm.
He'll enjoy that
Are
when
you
he
just
wakes
gonna-
up.
I say you're just gonna tighten it a little bit to wake him up.
No, I'm gonna let it stay there. Just gonna leave it there.
Just enough pressure.
I am gonna wake up Nessa though.
Okay.
Nessa, I don't know if there's something wrong with your little dude over there, but he turned off partway into the ship.
She's gonna jump up.
Does the
Jump
entire
up,
camp wake
rush
up
over.
together with?
No, it's just a gas. No, jump up, rush over. He just went into rest mode. You forgot to shift your you forgot to shift your user preferences. His sleep mode was 6 hours of inactivity.
She's gonna give him a little tap on the cheek.
Just Craig's back up.
Good morning. A little chin scratch.
You guys hear like a mix of like a angry lizard hiss and like steam pressure release and grinding gears at the same time. That are awake, of course.
I like the thing that wake everyone up.
Yeah, it's not a loud one. But you guys wake up one by one. Bertram, when you wake up and you feel a similar feeling as on your arms, just not as immediately painful, but it's on your leg now.
I'm not being dragged away, nor does it feel as though something is consuming me.
You just wake up to the same pressure on your leg.
I'm just gonna kick it, and if it doesn't move, that's the end of that.
You kick it, and the pressure is relieved.
You sure it doesn't just go on contract on him? Because there's muscle movements and everything. Yeah.
That's not how that works.
I don't have electric boots.
I'm sure we can bullshit this so it makes him freak out, okay?
Not yet.
What's the intent?
No, it's Arik.
But nope, you just kick it and the pressure's gone. And morning's your guys' to do with what you wish.
Who thinks they can cook this thing the best?
I can cook it, but not well. I can make it to where you can eat it without it being raw.
Yep,
But
that was my plan.
that's about it. So do we want that, or do you want somebody else capable of being a chef?
What would
No
we
chef's
roll for a chef?
Well, there are chef's tools.
Well,
So I
I
was
do
gonna
not
say
have
it's
that.
either cooking utensils or survival.
I was gonna roll a survival unless anybody said otherwise.
I was gonna give him advantage.
I cannot help you.
I have
Okay.
advantage.
That'd
Sounds
be
like you're on your own.
Good roll for survival, but it'd be a different outcome.
Yeah. Mine's a dirty 20 though.
Dirty 20. Alright. Dirty 20 is pretty good. I'd say with your things and your setups, and you're used to a couple of traveling around, the galaxy, you've been to a few places, right? Listen, you've had to cook you've had to cook Varkid before. You know what, you can cook this. I'm not gonna lie to you guys and say it's great. But it isn't poisonous.
It's nourishment.
It's nourishment and it isn't poisonous.
Well, that would defeat the purpose
Nessa?
of being nourishment.
For Nessa, it's just straight up bad.
Yay.
But it isn't poisonous.
That's good.
The lobster of Pandora.
What
Sitting there with
Tastes
a
like, it tastes like old shoe leather and dog shit, but hey.
No, it tastes like half sunbaked Jello on the inside for the most part.
Ew.
Like we've all seen Emperor's New Groove where they just uncurl the pill bug and just slurp that shit up.
Ew.
At least we have the shell for plates.
Disney movie, I've seen it. Yeah.
Oh my god. Look at that. A
finally
movie
got
he's
a
actually fucking seen.
You just have to
You
keep it
finally
to
got a
Disney.
reference.
So, like,
Apparently.
yeah.
But everybody's eating, everybody's good for that. These are your cases.
Anybody have any eventful things besides Bertram being eaten?
Jeremy saw
Bertram.
it first watch.
Dude, what was that? Thaddeus? I didn't hear
Everybody
you.
pulled the stuffing out of the shell, right?
Yeah, I think we ate it all.
I want to say all of it, but not one of those things as well.
Yeah.
I'm saying like the shell, the harder shell's still there, right?
Yeah, there's portions of hard shell left, yeah.
He doesn't put the claws on his arms.
Okay. You're just over there, just like, the guys watch this, he just walks over, like, puts his foot on the base of one of the joints and just walks to the other one, rips it all off, and now he just, like, shoves his hand into him.
Okay.
Click, click.
Okay. Nope.
Blah.
Yeah, no, I understand. Anyway, as I was saying, and as you were saying, Crystal, anything eventful happen?
Cars drive by, but that's about it.
Do you know what direction they drew by in?
Good question. Which direction do they go in?
If you guys are heading probably, hold on, I'm doing my math, northeast towards the rest yards, for example, they're probably heading straight north.
I think they're going northerly direction-ish.
Northern.
I didn't see them. I only heard them. Northernly.
Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Fair enough.
So it may belong to the people we're potentially, looking for.
Well, they're going a
Some
bit.
heavy quotes.
They're going a bit off if we're going to the scrap yards. They're not going the direct route.
Scrap yards is where they dump their unnecessary stuff.
No,
Yeah, I know.
North.
Fair. Well,
At least that's the assumption I'm working off of.
aside from all that, I think we should probably get going, don't you know? With that
Bertram,
terrible
how
ass
was
meal
your
in my
everything?
stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right.
That's pretty.
And everybody has to make con? No, I'm not gonna do that. 20 is a good one. Everybody making con saves your time for some bad days. If you guys are setting out for the day, I'd like you guys to roll one more d20 for me.
Insta death. Do we add anything to this?
11.
No, just somebody's rolling, just one d20 is being rolled, that's it. Somebody's rolling.
Okay.
Sounds like Dylan. already
11, you
rolled.
said?
I already rolled. What?
I guess Dylan already rolled before I said anything, and he was saying something when I went to say something. I apologize.
You didn't say a number, you said 11, I think? It's the first number to
It's
pop up.
11.
So,
Psycho raid.
Nah,
Right.
yeah, my turn.
Psycho
Right.
rave.
So then you see, like, you guys are walking, and Crystal, you're the first to notice. You hear something like flapping, hard, frantic flapping. You guys are walking between a like canyon region right now. You have made it out of the more plainish area of the arid Badland area, and now you're going into the more canyon style, like going down into one of them at the bottom of a ravine at the moment.
Oh, here.
And you hear like heavy flapping a little bit in the distance.
Heavy flapping, I'm assuming it's different from text
Yogurt?
flapping.
Ready, got some yogurt.
No, flapping, not.
It's a flying velociraptor.
Yeah. So,
That's terrifying, and I love it.
looking up. Anything up there?
Make
I
a
can see.
perception check.
In fairness, at that time it would become a wyvern.
Not again.
Maybe not.
Monster
Not
Hunter
again.
time.
19.
Yep, 19.
It takes a second to looking around because you're, like I said, you guys are kind of in a ravine. You're starting down, a little hard to get an idea of it. But as you start to look over, and you start to see something like a shape starting to like cut into the sun. With a couple more shapes, and you're realizing it's just a massive flocking horde of some large, leathery winged bird in a large, like I said, large, massive numbers of flock just coming towards you guys.
Right.
Maybe not like directly at you, but coming in your direction.
Like, now, is there any like cracks or crevices or caves we can dive into?
Oh, absolutely. There's stuff around here you could probably try to dive into and get out of the way of.
Yeah, I suggest you hide, like, now, like,
I'll check.
in one of those caves.
Yep.
Yeah, like now.
Alright, do you guys want to make a stealth check?
I didn't need this now. God damn it.
Hello,
Critical
disadvantage.
success.
Stealth that.
17.
21.
Critical success, 21.
17
18.
for Dylan.
17,
18 for them.
18.
4.
Again.
Oh no. 21.
Also, Medina with a 21.
16.
The sacrifice the one person roll
You have
4.
to roll one for text too.
Max, do you have the same type of armor as I do?
No, I don't think she does.
I don't think so.
Little SAC, but not disadvantage on stealth.
Big metal velociraptor not impaired by stealth thing.
Oddly enough, no.
Alright.
19.
Everything's been muffled very meticulously.
Alright. So most of you get out of the way in time. Jethro, you go to jump into one of the crags and you misjudge it. And as you go to like try to like shuffle in, like you said, you misjudge it, you realize you can't fit, and you have to like crawl out as everybody else is huddling in little like alcoves and stuff. And you go to rush for one, and you don't get out in time, and you get caught in the swarm of racks that just come racing through here, tearing at you.
Oh, good.
Make a acrobatics or athletics check for me, please. As they just come screeching us in your ears, everything. You guys watch as there's like a tiny psycho being carried with one that like hits one and drops before another one slams into it and like starts lashing onto it with its claws and pulling it with it. Is it just like screaming and swinging its buzzsaw at them?
Is it athletics or acrobatics?
Either one.
If I had a silent gun, I'd shoot the psycho so they had plenty of food.
And I'm checking something really quick.
Mercy kill.
It would be a mercy kill at this point.
Was someone just chewing on their mic?
I think it's just Medina's thing cutting in and out a little bit.
Either
There's a
that
show
or
going on
it's
in the background.
Joe?
Am I taking
that too,
damage from this?
possibly.
What you doing there, Jethro?
Am I taking damage? It was 17 for the save, regardless.
17. Okay, 17 is a save enough to not get grabbed and carried off. However, from them tearing through and clawing at you before you get out of the way, yeah, we heard you. You take 18 points of slashing damage as the claws tear through and at you.
I love that. I love taking 18 on a save. They need to make
The
a
save wasn't for damage. The save was specifically for not getting grappled.
I need them to make a strength saving throw.
Okay, I'll make it for them. They're not going to do great. Like I said, they're not getting you. You're getting out of the way now. This was just as you were trying to get out of the way. Yeah, that's a -1.
They're very strong.
They are hitting my Torg Employee of the Month vest.
All right, I'm pretty sure that just self detonates, and in the area, you probably kill like 4 or 5 of them off immediately. And with that like gap in the gap that you created in that, you slip into a different one of the little alcove, like little cracks in the wall, and out of the way of the main stream of them pouring through. And they continue through for a solid like 30 or 40 seconds before they just start to like lessen up, and you just see a couple stray ones through. And the screeching and flapping comes to a quieter close.
I'm glad I got that vest working again. It was not pleasant.
And for the moment, it seems safe.
Schmeat, I guess we got more food for you.
Not a lot on them, but hey, they're there.
Doesn't matter, he's gonna eat it all.
It's fair. You grab them, you guys you can munch on them on the way. Schmeat's gonna be the one person who never has to worry about rations.
They might be a bit mushy as they just exploded.
Easier to chew. Let's get going.
You get some bone fragments, but you know, that's just as
It's a crunching sound.
Exactly. It's terrifying. And you guys proceed the rest of the way, and before long, you're in the area marked as the Rusty Yard Commons as you come out of one of the ravines that goes up a little bit. I'm going to say you guys are standing right now on top of one of the cliffs that break down into the like large valleys, piled with mounds of scrap, running just big girder beams between some of the piles and up against the walls. You see a couple like ramshackle buildings littering a couple of them. It stretches off a ways into the distance where you just see this kind of stuff continue.
My shields are back, right?
Yeah, it's been more than a minute.
That's right, it's a minute. Yep.
Well, he looks okay, so let's keep going.
Yeah. Well, this would have been after you guys kept walking further.
Oh yeah, you're already there. We're right. That's my brain stopped.
Something to note. Crystal, you have really high passive perception. Some of the things you would note here is wandering around. You can see a number of bandits and psychos wandering about, grabbing on stuff, picking things up, picking fights with each other. And a couple of sections, these large, heavily carapaced, four-limbed, spider-like creatures of varying sizes milling about in some of the like lower set regions that are dirt floored.
Yep. Any idea what these things are?
I will let you roll a nature check, but you haven't been to Pandora before, so the chances are low.
Might as well try it, but 12.
12? No.
I didn't think so.
They're
They're
insectoid.
big. They're insectoid.
You see one of them spilling some silk to stretch between something.
Kind of spidery. Watch out for webs.
And a spidery.
And they vary in size from like, you see some like tiny like 10-inch ones to one that's literally like a hulking massive carapace that's like 8 or 9 feet tall.
What does it say about me that I thought 2 to 3 meters before 8 to 9 feet?
That you're
That the
European.
metric system is better.
That you're
It
un-American.
really is. We just
That you're
grew up with the
un-American.
feet and it's hard to convert.
That you're un-American.
But
Those are
that's
not
what you see.
freedom units.
That is
That's what you
accurate.
guys see for the moment.
Looking around, do I see any just I want to say abandoned vehicles, but unattended, that's the word.
Make a perception check as you guys look out over here.
26.
26. That is really good. Unattended, you look around, see it's like,
Like being a crinkle.
yeah,
Crinkle, crinkle.
real loud. But you see nothing unintended vehicle-wise. But like at one point, you see a couple cycles like pulling on a bumper that seems to be like half the vehicle's buried in this mound of junk. You see another one that you look over, you go, "Oh yes, car," and then you realize no tires on it, no shocks, no back to it, and there's just one like a really tiny little guy in the back, kind of chunky, just like gripping the wheel, just with it.
I'm gonna eat that one.
He's got too much fat on him. No.
Fat is flavor.
Gotta worry about your cholesterol for your heart.
Going down or too soon. Hey, Nessa, do you see everything's in, somewhat semi-working order?
Little things that die from a fucking heart attack.
Wait a minute. Hey, people, Huddle here. I have a question. A very, very important question. How are we going, unless we can put it together here, how are we going to get these pieces functional enough to actually use if we don't have any tools here?
And so I've been looking for a working vehicle instead of the parts.
I doubt that we're going to find a working vehicle here, but alright.
Give it a once over, see if the bandits rode in on anything. If they didn't, or if there aren't any in the area, at the people that are good at tech try to find the necessary things. Maybe there's some sort of a junker out there that maybe, I don't know, the Robo T-Rex can scan for working stuff. I don't know how it works.
T-Rex or Robo T-Rex.
Give it a once over, see how the
You just gotta
spider
snap it
ants
together and believe.
and I'm not an orc, sorry. See how the spider
wouldn't know
ants
what they are.
and see how the giant spider things that also look like ants are interacting with the bandits. See if we can use that to our advantage. Blah blah blah.
Fair.
Actually, you have a good point. Can we use the little... Wait, it's not flying. For some reason, this thing is flying. Hold on. What is that little robot's stealth? I wonder. How good is that at stealth? Well,
I
think you're sacrificing tech, so are you?
sacrificing it? No, I was asking how stealthy it was. Or if it is a master of stealth, it wouldn't be a sacrifice. They can go and scan for us. If it's not, well, it wouldn't have been useful of that position anyways. We might as well not misuse it. If its skills lie in that area, why not?
Have Tex go by himself.
Well, understandable there, miss. Can you tell me what I'm looking for so I can go get it? Or get what I can anyway? Because I think
Can
I'll
I
do
give-
mighty fine on my own.
Can I give them a list of stuff?
Do you have the mechanics kit by chance?
I have a Tinker Tools kit and a robotics kit.
Make a tech check to see what you might be able to do stuff with. Like what you might know what might be needed for a car.
Can I pull up on the HoloNet pictures for him?
Yes, I'll let that be with advantage then to count as the help action.
Essentially, yeah.
Also, did you say HoloNet? My brain said HoloNet.
EchoNet was what it would be.
Sorry, EchoNet.
Nat
What is
20. Okay,
Pull up
so
the
you
pictures.
absolutely know what you need. And you start pointing things out like, okay, we need a frame, we need tires, we need an engine, we need shocks that work, we need steering wheels that are connected, yada, 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 yada. And at least for the basics of the car. So I'll say you guys have a list of things that you need, but the question is now of finding them and getting them together.
Do they have a faint
Small frame.
little glow over them with little rectangular icons or diamond icons?
Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be the case.
Dang.
It'd be real
Those
helpful,
would
wouldn't
have-
it? Like just
so
handy little
condescending.
pointers.
That's
We all have
fine.
echo. We all have echo devices. Are they capable of calling and texting?
Yeah, you guys can call each other all the time.
What about the second part?
Texting?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't see why you couldn't send a message like that.
fair enough. Then I can take my list and the list can be shared to everyone and I could go get parts. Right?
Are we splitting the party?
I am
Probably.
capable of talking to psychos, so yes.
I know.
Look, he's got a list with pictures. He has everything he needs.
I am capable of communicating. I am fine here. Will I
The
die?
last we ever
Probably.
saw of Rowan.
So, what's the plan here as a whole?
Suicide and then murder.
No, seriously, what's the plan here as a whole? So I know what I'm doing and helping out.
Is there a way for us to have a shared checklist where we can like mark stuff off as we find it?
Yeah, we find something to
Yes.
get further than everyone else.
I'm gonna say yes on the shared checklist.
Cool. Then we split off into groups of 2.
It takes me. No.
I'm taking Nessa.
I'd say more than 2, but
In all honesty, I
There's
think.
7 of us total.
In all honesty, I think Barry, Schmeat, and myself should split off with the less punchy of us. So
Yeah, the 4 of us go in a different direction.
no, I was saying if we're gonna split up into groups of 2, Schmeat goes with one person, I go with another person, and Barry goes with another person.
Hey,
Go with you,
Schmeat,
Bertram, if you want.
I'm gonna do something dumb. Still got some of that leftover that giant bat thing, and giant terrible lobster thing hanging around on your person. Probably snacks for later.
Sounds like bait.
He
Sounds
ate
like
the
bait.
rack.
He ate them all.
I don't know. He might, store some in his pockets.
I think the only thing he's got left is the lobster claws.
Prefer to not go with the one that eats people.
Fair.
Showed no self-restraint.
No,
All
my
right.
fault. People taste good.
Well, that kills that then.
It doesn't make any less scary.
Crystal, do you want to come with me?
Hey,
And
Bertram, you want to
we
go?
can go with Bertram. Or if you can go with Bertram, that works too.
We're missing a
Yeah,
person
Bertram.
because there's 7 of us.
Max has, Nessa
Nessa?
has robot, unless you want to stay with her too. And we don't all
Very
need to go
nice.
search out. A small group of us can stay here and keep our parts safe. Otherwise, we're going to be bringing parts back to an empty spot.
Isn't
every
Nessa
time.
the one putting this stuff together, right?
Yes, that's what I was
Yes.
saying.
So it probably would be smart for her to go her and someone else are going to stay here, so she's going to put them together.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I was agreeing with
Probably
you.
isn't. Probably isn't going to be leaving, so someone could probably stay with her. A small group, in fact, could stay with her, and myself and Crystal, unless you don't want to go with me, which is fine. And Schmeat and someone else, or Barry and someone else, can go out and get the parts we need since we have the good list. Make sense?
Yeah.
I'm hearing a lot of words, but no concrete. Actually, what the fuck's happening? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I'm hearing you
And-
5 split up and us 2 stay here.
basically. Sounds like probably Nessa and Jeffro, you 2 stay back here. If you can set up a sniper overwatch on people, I'm sure they'd appreciate it if we're within range. Outside of that, go into a couple different groups. One group probably divide it up into thirds, go through, see if we can find anything useful. Don't fuck up. If you do, see who's ever's in the area and we can provide assistance. Okay. I'll take the eastmost side.
Could say you're taking the east, Rust-Eared comments. Sorry. Okay, so eastmost for... So, okay. The plan is, at the moment, Jethro and Nessa stay here, set up a base point to work on shit and keep Overwatch. Split off to towards the east and west, of sending 2 different groups off, and Bertram's going towards the east right now. Correct?
And whoever wants to go with me.
I'll go with you.
Yeah, I'm about to say Barry called out first, so realistically, Schmeat can also probably stay here as a good bit of muscle to help out if he wants to.
Also, in case anyone tries to eat her.
That too.
And he can eat them.
So it looks
And
like you're stuck with me, Crystal.
That's perfectly fine, I guess.
Yeah. Well, they're going east, so let's go the other way.
All right, splitting off the east and west.
When we get a little bit more away, I'll say to Crystal, when it comes to the psychos, I can maybe communicate with them if they're a little less stabby today, but everything else is kind of an iffy notion. Even they're iffy, but yeah, it's a maybe. It's a solid maybe. I know how to speak to them. That's about it. It's up to them if they want to be stabby.
You know that he's a-
so far, psychos don't tend to communicate. At least they don't seem to communicate. It's more like they see meat, jump, stab, eat.
Talk.
We're not talking
Every
about
time they
speed, of course.
scream and like stuff at you, that's them talking.
That's a language.
It is. And I learned it.
I am mildly more concerned than I was 5 minutes ago.
You'll be fine.
Shmi knows how to use the communication device, right?
Yeah.
Just gonna radio it, everybody. Bring me the fat one.
No! That's what you get back. No!
Here's the fun part. You guys don't have it. It is at the east side with Prim and Barry.
Optional quest added. Bring Schmeat the fat one.
Hey Barry, you see that light blue objective marker at the right side of your vision?
Yeah. Good.
See about it.
You see like a small diamond-shaped, hollow diamond-shaped image up here on your mini-maps.
Oh, so one of
Retrieve
yours
the
is
fat
fat.
one.
You're going to get heart attack. You're gonna get blood clots.
Okay.
I have all the ways to die
So-
from overeating.
Let's go in
How do you
quiet.
guys
Mark
want
these
to do
things.
about this?
Let's go in quiet, mark these things, and whenever we eventually figure out what method of transportation, like wheelbase and shit, we actually have available, we'll go get the pieces that we need later. Have to double around it,
Is there
but
any good?
Any good what?
Ooh.
Any good like harsh shells nearby that I can
Frame
start
over
building
the east
onto?
side.
Oh, a shell of a
So-
vehicle, like the framework?
Yeah.
Technically 2 shells of a vehicle that we've seen, but anyway.
One's
You've
half
seen
buried,
2,
one's
but they're
on
all
side
in the
of
junk
that
piles
one.
towards the bottom of these ravines. You don't have a framework right now to work on. You'd have to go looking for one to get close to one, or you'd have to get one up towards this way.
I want to make a
Oh.
stealth roll.
So we'll get that in a second. I just need to finish answering questions here before we break down into all the groups now. But that's what you have right now. So if you don't have anything immediately to start working on, I think kind of right now you guys are on Overwatch. Unless
Matt.
I've misunderstood.
Here's an important question. Does my explosive... We altered the explosive shot. It goes off of the weapon's range now, correct? Not its own?
Streetwise going sideways, clicking the claws.
Jesus Christ. It's Jason
Okay.
Bourne.
Just
My God.
listen. He's just like walking in circles. This might be the best deterrent for up here right now. He's doing his crab dance, and it might be mildly intimidating. Okay, so to those two groups here, let's start with East Commons. I believe you guys said you wish to stealth around and mark for points, correct?
See what the fuck it is that's actually usable that we can manage to find. I don't know where the spider ant nest, like I don't know where the bandit concentration and the spider ant concentration is.
They're a little intermingled, but I will say you guys have more bandits and the other has more spider ants.
Okay.
But there are an intermingled amount of both on both sides.
Well, that's fine. General topography is like this, like big site blocking things, or how does this?
Oh, once you're down there, these are like massive, like as tall as multiple story levels, like piles of garbage. Some are smaller into the side. There's some little buildings that have stuff hidden away in them. Like I said, massive like amounts of kind of like crane, the long arms of a crane just like reached, like splayed across, busted down, and like acting like as a pseudo bridge.
All right.
It's that one area from Borderlands 1.
So I'm just sending my echo feed over to Nessa, and whenever she sees something important, or I bring it to her attention, that's how I'll know.
Okay. And you guys wanted to stealth, so you and Barry will have to make stealth checks first.
24.
Stealth. Same as these.
Use such an un-Borderlands method.
It's gonna be very in Borderlands until it's
No, I'm playing
very
Tails.
Borderlands.
Fuck you.
That's fair. Alright.
I'm gonna be very stealthy
What'd you
right
say
for
for your
its
stealth?
word.
I'm so sorry.
We both got 24.
24. That's awesome. And both of you make investigation checks. Or
I don't
advantage, or
know.
vice versa, however you want to do it.
I'll give him advantage because I got nothing.
22.
22.
If it matters, that's a
Damn,
crit. I didn't expect that one to go well.
It doesn't actually matter a bit. Like I said, crits are important here. Because of your 24 stealth check, you guys spend the better part of the next, 2.5 hours, just
hold on.
crawling over.
You may not want to say time until we know how the other group is doing, because if shit goes to hell immediately and they're like, come help, we can't be.
We'll interrupt shit. It's
Yeah.
fine. But you're gonna spend at least a good long several hours going over this scrapyard. It's not a small place,
Yep.
But we'll get through all that. I'll say in the time frame as things are going okay right here, you fairly quickly find a couple tires that will be noted as good to go. Nessa, as you're you said, you're going through searching them, sharing an echo feed with Nessa. You'll find something hey, are these good? Pull them out, twist them around, and be yep, those are good tread. Those are not completely, unfixable. You can pull the pieces of them out, and they're just good tire. Back to the West Commons with Crystal and Rowan. How would you guys like to proceed with yours?
I mean, it's more or less the same, just I think I would probably, instead of tagging things, because if I tag it, it won't be there when I come back for it, I feel. So I'd probably pick up some of the smaller shit that may be more important, and some of the bigger shit I'm not going to be too worried about. But I'm going to try to find as much as I can. Trying to be as stealthy, I guess is the word, as possible.
Okay. So I'll let you guys make stealth checks as well to try and avoid people.
Apologies. Because you can't roll for shit, and I know this, and I am sorry, but it makes the most sense. But I have a math buck 19? Yeah, 19. No.
Cool.
Yeah. My math is not working today. I'm in pain.
I got a natural 1
Oh, come
Oh,
on,
fuck
man.
you.
or a 4.
No, you do not have a natural 1. You have a long rest. You have your 3 lucky points back. Use them, bitch.
I don't have lucky
Doesn't
points.
have the
I don't
feet.
have the lucky. That's why I said I need it. This is why I use Jodek's thing all the time.
Thanks for the
Because
critical
I need it.
investigation. It got us a whole
So-
2 tires. And
so,
you got a
I-
nat 1.
You guys,
Hate you.
you guys are walking down. Like you're getting down into the junkyard piles. You're getting close to it all. This is great, right? Make your investigation checks. Just make your investigation checks, please.
Quick aside while they're rolling.
Investigation.
I'm also looking for an
Perception.
approximately really fat, tiny, psycho-sized bag that I could possibly steal from someone.
I'm
Oh, you
giving,
have found it.
Excellent.
I'm giving you advantage.
That's probably not for the best.
I have a
Can I
subquest.
use perception instead of
I am-
investigation?
No,
It-
this is
it's an
investigation. At this
investigation.
point.
And I know. No.
Unfortunately, they are not the same or fully interchangeable.
So I rolled a 3 and an 11. So 11.
Okay.
Wow,
11.
we have the same modifier. Oh my god.
It's fine. 11's great. I love it. So, Rowan,
Mm-hmm.
buddy, you've dealt with psychos and bandits before. Bandits exist on other planets. They're just most prevalent in Pandora. You've dealt with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know how to avoid their attention. You don't know what those things are, because that's a thing. As you look at it, little creepy spider things. But you figure it's best to give them a berth. You start using you like, with the bandits. You have a better chance with them. You know how to talk to them. And you're going through and you're looking around, trying to find parts, and go, oh, that's a good little piece. That's an okay little piece. Crystal, you find a nice, mostly exposed framework with 3 good tires. It's looking like. You're looking around. You lean inside to see if there's pedals and everything. And when you do, your head hits the horn and it just. And then as you lean back, it just keeps going off. It just seems to be stuck.
Oops.
And Rowan, as you sit there and you pick one piece up and put it in your bag, you just hear behind you.
You and I are really gonna have a talk if you don't get eaten about how to not do that.
Bear, you hear that? That might be our chance. Let's sneak up on the fat one.
Do it. Yes, let's do it.
As almost all the psychos in this ravine just stop. All the psychos and bandits stop what they're doing and look in a direction. And most of them, for 3/4 of the area, just go back to doing whatever they're doing. Somebody hit a chord. That's fine. You have a brief moment of distraction. I'll let you guys exploit in a minute over the fat guy. However, for the people in that small sector, as you just watch from the pile 15 feet from you, Rowan and Crystal, kind of as an intermittent thing, just one psycho just pop out like a mole out of the scrapyard file. 2 more pop out above it. And you hear some bandits going, what the fuck? What are you guys doing? You guys have a chance to do something, but they know you're in the area now.
That's a really good frame.
Question.
Hear the sadness. Yeah.
What does Overwatch see/hear?
Oh, you just watch this happen.
It's a really good frame you found. Do you want to kill for it or do you want to leave? 3.
I should leave. It's kind of big. I have 3
Tricycles.
tires.
Hey, we leave.
Are you doing anything else to hide specifically?
Sure, I'll try.
What are you doing to change your odds?
I can pick that fucker up and get myself disadvantage for better odds than his ass.
No, like, what are you doing to add to your chances of stealth specifically?
Hey, Dan.
That's
Don't believe that. That's
a good
joke.
way of
That's
getting
not
you.
what I'm doing.
About to say that's a good way of getting you of losing a leg.
The other team plays dead. Crunching sounds occur in the background. No one knows why.
The horns!
Schmeat just crunching over the radio the entire time.
You just hear that, you just hear that from over the hill, and then you hear, "Yeah, buddy, the horn sounds. You know what to do. Go get the horn." And you just hear like the pat of something like hand or like a back or something, and then bad scrambling.
Can I get like a zip tie type thing? Because like 5 fucking cents, and just zip tie the trigger of my SMG scav thing and throw it as far as I can.
Make a sleight of hand to try and distract some people. That'll be like the get the thing out, zip it quick, toss it, and try to hope it distracts them and they don't look at where it came from.
18 on the die plus 4, 22.
22 is really good. I'm gonna have them roll an insight now since they're actively investigating.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
They got really good, but not a 22. So you have a brief moment of chances to get away. You can now make your stealth to try and get away.
With advantage? No.
No. This is just a flat
Yeah.
roll.
Yeah, I know.
Because otherwise it would be really bad because they're just pouring over.
Yeah, no, I understand. Mine's a dirty 20. His is a
Crystal?
natural 10.
No.
Crystal.
It's a 4.
It was almost a 6. It's a 15.
Total.
Oh,
Okay? Total 15.
Okay.
I hate you.
They're going to roll for. They're going to roll to see if they catch anything now. So that is a 17 on the die.
Yeah.
As you toss it, you get a good few people like going follow, like you just get the follow the pretty light from a couple of the psychos that popped out of the hill. And then you just watch as this one on all fours just rapidly runs over it, lands on top of the frame, and just like makes eye contact with you guys as you're trying to sneak off. It just goes, "No!"
So I'm gonna
You guys.
Can I shoot that
get
one?
rid of my SMG scav.
You can make an attack roll, but if you make an attack roll, we're starting initiative.
I think we're about to start initiative anyways.
Maybe we can talk it down.
I should meet on the way to the horn.
At least let
So
us
this
grab
is-
the tiny guy first. I need the surprise round.
Oh, that'll be part of initiative.
No.
That'll be part of
Did
initiative.
No.
say you could talk to them, so
This
might give Rowan the chance to talk.
Hang on.
I don't
Hang
have a choice
Hang
on
on.
whether or not he
Did-
shoots.
Hang on.
But-
Did he say he could talk to them with all of us or just to you?
It was whenever we were up there in the group.
Yeah.
Unless he was talking to Buffkin, in which case I don't know.
Well, one of the things he said was after they walked off a little ways. So I'm clarifying.
That's a fair point.
Before that, he said he could communicate with them while we were all still on the hill.
Okay.
And then we
I'll
started
let it go
separating
there.
into groups.
All right.
And then they
Yes.
clarified more on the way down.
Okay. I was just making sure. All right. I will give them a moment more since.
And this
It does
is
not-
a psycho on this thing.
This right now is a psycho. I will say you heard more normal speech of like a bandit on the other side. That'll probably be over soon.
Yeah, I could probably scare the psychos enough into fighting the bandits. I don't care. I'm going
And
to.
you look at this psycho. He's like on all fours, like hunched. The back is like arched up some. He has like these messed up pants on, shirtless, of course. He has a mask that just has like this like fang mouth drawn on it with like a Sharpie. It's terribly drawn on.
I am
Dirty, grimy, and smelly.
I'm going to attempt. He's about the same size as me, maybe a little smaller, maybe a bit bigger. Maybe
Smaller than you. Think of like a normal psycho size.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to, while using their speech,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Because
I'll give you a
in my head, it's both a persuasion and an intimidation, but I can't make both of those at the same time.
You say the
How about
sentence,
this?
and then he tells you what to
say
roll.
the sentence, and we'll go from there. Also, get ready to do your thing with the little fat guy.
Got it all planned out. We've got this. We're like Krampus now.
Worthless
Give
meat
him
sacks
assistance,
over
so he
there
has
trying to
advantage.
steal your loot. Go
No,
deal
I'm
with them
gonna
or
need
die
you physically.
here.
Oh, okay. I grab it.
No, hold on.
We're not there
What?
yet.
Hold on.
We're not there yet. We're not there yet, Dylan. Sorry. What did you say? I kind of got cut off in there. I said about meat sacks over there stealing your loot.
Worthless meat sacks over there trying to steal your shit. Go deal with them or die here.
Who are you pointing at?
The bandits on the other side of the hill. Because we're actively trying to sneak.
The
So
ones
it
you
looks
heard
like we're
talking, right?
Yeah, we're actively
I'd
trying to
say-
sneak.
That one does feel more like a persuasion at disadvantage for psycho speech.
Fine.
Because I say disadvantage because you obviously heard them handling and talking with them.
That's fine.
It's possible because they're nutty and insane, but
Well, it's a dirty 20 because it's 18 on both die. But hey, that's something. Whoa.
it's gonna stop. Like it's like bouncing on the roof, like the shocks are going a little bit. It's like he's like gripped onto one of the frameworks and he's like bouncing in spot. Meat thieves, and just like races back over the hill just as you see the bandit starting to top it and starts racing at them. And it just goes, "Oh, shiny conductors!" And like slams into one of them as just, what the fuck? And you hear some gunfire. You have a chance. You have another chance to get away. That won't
Picking
last
up-
long. One psycho versus some bandits won't last long. You know this.
Saying this and doing this, I'm going to say, please don't fight me, and pick up Crystal and haul ass. Because I'm faster than she is.
Just running
Not
away.
fighting
Stealthy
you.
or just running away now?
Trying to be as fast as I can while being stealthy. So it's probably a disadvantage stealth check, but I'm trying to be
That's
as
what I was
fast as
gonna pull
can.
out too. That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna put it there as too. Because you're running, running high speed over a lot of metal shit, and B, you have Crystal on your back.
It's going to be an 18 total.
18 total.
Wait, why did I say that? I have a +6 in that stat. No, it's a fucking...
Well, it's fine. You're good either way here.
Yeah.
Just sorry. I don't know
No,
what
you're
you're
good.
there. I rolled a 1 and a 2 on their searching. So you're set. It's
I'm better at sneaking while carrying her than she is.
You haul us away so you guys can like reset and reassemble how you want to handle this. We pop over to you guys. You're currently using this thing, like you heard the horn go off, and you're at the base of this giant pile of scrap and debris that about halfway up is the fat tiny one. Just
All right,
it's
buddy.
towards one of the walls. On the other side is like one of the walls of the ravine. Going up at one of the sides is like one of those crisscrossed like crane arms still stuck in the ground, stuck on all that.
All right, buddy. Coordinated assault. We gotta sneak our way up there. Try not to knock anything down.
A couple
Go on.
bandits and psychos intermingled through this pile.
Does it look like there's a potential stealth path?
nothing is above him, so like if you can get past them above, you can come down without getting hit.
All right.
Maybe the crane arm would be a decent spot.
So, alright, let's make use of the distraction, sneak our way over there, try not to knock anything down. Whenever we get there, utilize the fact that you're very large, and stop him from being able to scream out, I'm gonna bludgeon him. And then we're gonna shove him in the bag, and then we're gonna deliver him immediately, and then get back to searching. Cool?
Thumbs up.
Okay. So, stealth check to get that high.
Elf. 21.
21 as well.
Hell yeah.
21! You guys are in sync. Meanwhile, at the other team, but you know.
I'm better when I'm carrying you.
They really
guys,
are
like,
frozen.
crawl along this path.
Objects.
At one point, you see a psycho start to like look in your direction, and just thinking, you look down, you grab like one of these little tiny baby versions of these like spider things, and you just throw it overhead over them, and it smashes into the pile, and they just pounce on it. You guys start crawling up this crane arm. As you guys get about 3/4 of the way up, you're just a few feet above, like 10 feet above this technical body that this little fat tiny guy's in it. These guys get closer, you see he's like heavily, like kind of like I said, short, squat, kind of chunky and thick, has like a heavy like coat on that it closes in. You only like have like a little bit of view sight at the front maybe.
Just tie a quick little rope on so that we can both drop down a la video game Spec Ops style. Look up at him, give him a nod.
I want you to be fully aware, we're not leaving that body behind. That 3-wheeled body is ours.
It's a really nice one.
I am not giving up on it.
Look up at Perry, give him a
don't
nod.
doubt that.
Does he return the nod?
He returns a nod.
Let's do this.
Question, this is athletics, right?
To climb
Grab
down the
him?
rope?
To grab
to
him.
grab him? Yeah, that'll be athletics. So you just climb down the rope, you just dun, and just lightly step onto the back of this. I'm gonna ask for one final stealth check, because stepping onto a vehicle with shocks that he can bounce obviously means you guys can move it, and you're super, super close.
24.
24.
This team is in sync.
Stop
as you
it.
both just silently, at the same time, alight on either side of it, in tandem with the bounce, and are just crawling over it, walking slowly above him. Just Bertram getting the bag at the ready.
Gesture
How do
sweet,
you guys
just
want to do
Look
this?
at that.
Barry,
I
grab, punch, donk, bag.
I grab him in such a way he can't scream and make noise, can't struggle, so that he can
By his throat.
That's right. Yes.
So, Barry,
Yes.
you're going to make an athletics check. You're going to have disadvantage, because this is kind of like a targeted attack in a way.
Okay.
Because you're making a targeted call to grapple specifically by the throat to
You're
stop
also
screaming.
perhaps surprising him.
Yes, we are surprising him. Yes.
Still gonna be one of those at disadvantage. You're grabbing a throat. Surprised, unfortunately, doesn't affect skill checks too much.
It's a lot of throat to grab. Really there's a lot to wrap around.
You got big arms.
No, that's actually the problem. There's not a lot of throat to grab.
It's a lot of wide, but not a lot of tall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This dude's probably like 3 feet tall and 2.5 feet wide.
So how's a 20 suit you?
I have to
Natural.
roll. A natural 20
Yes.
with disadvantage.
Yep.
You rolled 2 20s.
Yep.
You get
And
him.
yes, I'm a fucking aware.
As he's like, as you just reach down and try to grab him, and you grapple hard to do that. So you have him as he's like, and punching
Yes.
your arm and trying to get out of it. Step
Yes.
2 is
This has
what?
been going on too good, way too long. Shit's
Step
about
two
to
is
go
what?
bad.
Step 2 is beat him over the head with the blunt end of the warpick, and then whatever the hell else I have to hit him with.
Oh god. Oh god. We're gonna have to roll initiative if that's the route we're going here.
Hopefully it'll just knock him out immediately, and that won't be necessary.
No. No. I know how much how much damage your weapon does. No. He's chunky for a reason.
It can't
So,
make
what
noise.
if I just theoretically have some amount of, I don't know, same color as, you know, your standard regenerator kick energy slightly appear along my, you know, spiked arm, putting all the seals on him, and then say the same thing.
I'll tell you what, do your damage. Because I don't think you could down him instantly health-wise. We'll make a compromise here, because I like what you're doing here. Roll your to hit, you'll have advantage, because surprise. You'll do your damage, and he'll make a con save based off of it. To see if he
Okay.
can stay awake in this moment.
So should I apply as much damage as possible, or save the actual useful mechanical things for later?
Damage amount will decide the DC.
Alright, then I guess I'm going to empower my pick.
It's about to go bad.
And I will
Hey,
safely
Matt.
say only Barry's gonna see this because everybody else is distracted by.
Matt? I specifically had just asked Smeet to come over and look at this.
I thought you were talking about them over there because that's just what went off.
No, when they were bagging.
Oh, you didn't know about the bagging?
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
haven't been
but-
talking. They can't talk really much. They've been kind of just like
Yeah,
silently like, yeah, let's do this.
They also
Okay.
have really good stealth checks.
Yeah.
Looking at
I'm gonna say they're probably kind of unnoticed for the most part right now.
Okay, see, I said it before and no one said anything, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
didn't-
really didn't hear it. I'm so sorry.
I had no
You said
confirmation.
you were
with
focusing
the-
on them because they were having issues. This is happening while they're having issues with the truck.
Fair.
Like, you know, when you said you were about to shoot the guy,
Okay.
that's when this is going down. Time
Okay.
rewinds a tiny bit. Sorry about that.
goddamn rolls. I'm
I'm waiting
sweating.
on him to tell me his attack roll and damage.
Okay, so bonus action, invoke authority. Blessing of destruction. Fuck him up. 2 dice to roll. Got 15 on that one, which is for a total of a lot. Which I believe will hit, right?
Yeah, I believe with your bonus hit, that'll hit.
Okay, so it's 1d10 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 d6.
Yup. Now, warning you, this is a chunky dude.
Okay.
But this could work.
D10 has been rolled. 8. D6, I'm just going to use my die roller because that's a lot of dice. Excellent. So it's that number plus 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 plus 35 equals 48.
48 points of damage.
Yup.
As you just leap up and Barry, you see like a number of marks start to burn and bright, like the arm glow a bit brightly as it glows off of the pick and just crater like hammer blows this guy out of the back of his like the back of his head, like towards the nape, just trying to knock him out. He has to make a DC 24 con save to stay awake.
And then punch him in the face.
This is just the one blow is what's gonna decide it. Alright, let's see. What am I gonna use? Let's use this one.
Flying over here. Please work.
I'm trying,
Rolled
man.
a 2 on the die. He rolled a 2 on the die, so no, he doesn't have plus 22 to con saves. And just.
Eric, I'm freaking out over here. I know it's about to go fucking horribly. We've been
And now
doing
he's
too
unconscious.
well for too long.
All right, get him in the bag. Let's get the fuck out of here. Go, go, go. We gotta
Just shove him
deliver.
in the bag. I just trying to get back as quick as you can.
Gotta deliver this to its intended target before it goes bad. This is a high priority pizza delivery.
Stealth check for the way back.
Go. 22.
22.
19.
19. Go past the passives as you guys start quietly sneaking back. And you guys just like slowly pause for a minute as you see a couple of them just shuffle across like 20 feet in front of you. As soon as they pass, bum, ba-dum-bum, back forward. Just the whole time you have this like sack just smacking against your back.
Oh,
And eventually you're at the base of the cliff.
these dice are fucking god.
But
What the fuck did we do
at the
there?
base of the cliff, you just hear,
Because it was related to Medina and he's
"Where's
supposed to
Exalted
be.
Jim? Where's your tiny Exalted Jim?" Just echo over the canyon area there. And you guys start climbing.
Yell out that the spiders ate him. Come on, James.
Shh. Hush,
Yeah.
hush.
Hope the spiders ate him.
I'm not on your side. I can do nothing to help you.
Alright, as you guys get up top,
Oh,
and
shit.
start to go over to him, and start to take him over to the group. You guys watch this Bertram and Barry just come up with a stack, as you guys just watched Crystal and Rowan just haul ass away from the situation they were in.
Rowan haul ass away from the situation.
Just running like, no, 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 no.
Hey, they might be
Chris,
some.
it is good to know. For Nesta there, you did see the frame they were on. It's a really good one. Like, it's in decent shape still. Like, not great, obviously, because of where it's at, but it's the best shape you've seen here so far.
Nice.
Alright, Schmidt, here you go. Alive and kicking.
Well, not kicking.
There you go.
Dump him
Join.
out.
You guys
You
brought that
just
back.
plump him out on the ground.
Yes, they did.
That's what I'm saying, you just plop him out, he just hits it, it rolls.
I know that was.
This is
that's
probably
it.
3 feet tall and about 170 pounds of a person.
Starting with the face.
Huh?
He's eating him.
No, that's okay, I was clear. Starting with the face?
Yes.
Okay, as soon as you jump in and start to bite, they wake up because you just bit them in the face.
That's,
And immediately just
Mouth.
hard shoves on you. Make an athletics check to try and counter them.
I kicked him in the throat.
No, this is just him right now.
No, he needs,
This is
he
just
needs
him
to
with the shove.
he needs to defeat his own meat.
What's your athletics check?
22.
22. Okay, finally a good roll. As you go 22 and you go to latch back on after your first bite, and it just both hands hit you in the chest, and you just feel the ribs go. As you fly, and you just have that like, oh god, as you fly back and lose your breath for a second, and he gets up on his feet and goes, tiny gem.
Okay.
It lets out that huge roar, like hold on, lets out that huge roar, and it just echoes over the canyon area you guys are in. This will be as he gets yelling, you just hear people go, Jack,
Did a bunch of damage though.
go guys, go!
They have boss health.
No, like you guys just triggered one of the boss fights in this area.
They have boss health, but he's currently fucking surrounded.
Yeah, he's never surrounded. He's dead.
And you guys hear people reacting from down below and starting to pour over as he lets out a yell. And we will roll initiative next time. We'll start with initiative of fighting Jim.
Look, Arik did like 40-something damage. Jeez.
Yeah.
This guy might not make it past.
And then he
his
got
first
bit in the face. How much damage did the bite
Roll
do?
damage for that. That was just a bite. That wasn't a lot for this. It wasn't intended to do damage like for combat.
What was this guy's name? Jim?
Yes, Tiny Jim.
Tiny Exalted Jim.
Large Jim.
No, Tiny
Not
Exalted
to
Slim
be
Jim.
confused with Slim Jim.
It's about to be Slim Jim.
You can, eventually.
No, there's about to be no Jim.
No, I'm saying Slim Jim because he's a snack.
But next time we'll start with rolling initiative as this just kicks off at the top of the hill.
I knew this was gonna go bad. I just wasn't
Straight to
expecting
kidnap
to be for
Jim.
someone else.
Tried to.
Jim-
Successfully did.
Jim's
No, I said you
Jim's
went
better.
straight to kidnap Jim.
Yeah, he went straight to the side mission. Get it done first.
Do my fucking job. Alright, any reason not to cut off the recording?
No, there's no reason not to.
Alright.
Oh,
Jim's about to take 5 attacks,
He's,
maybe 6.
things don't look good for him. Let's get out of
Jim's
here.
gonna take, like,
Oh
attacks.
man.